Well, hello, everyone. Thank y'all for tuning in. How y'all doing? Hey, y'all. What y'all doing? Y'all mad at me? It's okay. Y'all will get over it. Happy Wednesday. Okay, I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. And yes, I've been gone for a week. Yes, I'm back today. Yes, I was on vacation and I enjoyed all my days, okay? But I want y'all to come in, okay? Make sure that y'all are subscribed, okay? Make sure y'all have liked the video, okay? Even YouTube, if you come in and watching the replay and whatnot, because YouTube ain't tell y'all I was on live because I've been gone for a week and so I'm out the algorithm again. It's okay. Okay. You can come live, you can come on the replay, you can come late. Just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the hyped up button if you're watching this on the replay of it, okay? But we here together. Okay, how y'all doing? How is everyone? Okay, I'm here. Hey to everyone around here. Okay, I just put my hair up in a ponytail. I have been hair loose and stuff and whatnot. Okay, I just put on some lipstick so y'all can't say I came on here barefaced and everything. I feel like my voice is real weird right now. It may be because I ain't been on live in a week and my voice, I've been real quiet. I've been relaxing and relating and releasing. And I wore this shirt immediately. No, okay. Whatever y'all want to ask me, no, I was playing. But I'm back. Okay, I am back. I gave y'all a thumbnail So y'all can't complain that she been gone all this time and we ain't getting no thumbnail. Where she go? Where she been? What's been going on? I've been relaxing. I've been on vacation. I just enjoyed I like my camera is a little bit weird. I just enjoyed my bun is cut off. My bun is a little bit higher today. I just enjoy my days. Look, I feel like this. When I am off my regular job, okay, my 9 to 5 job, I like to also, it's a brand new shirt. I just pulled it out the closet. Okay. When I am off my regular job, I just like to also be off of YouTube to fully get to not think, to not have to do nothing. And so that's what I did. Okay. I am back at work tomorrow. And you know what I'm saying? I said, well, if I'm back at work tomorrow, I might as well come back to YouTube today. Okay. So I made sure to work on something earlier in the day. I made it be color coordinated. I had to use Ray J head in an old picture of Ray J's body because it was a young face. It was a young Ray J face in a burgundy shirt. And I said, that's his old face. You can't use his old face because that'll be weird. Okay. And they said, who was that young man? And I said, that's Ray J. So I had to cut and paste Ray J's head. Okay. Now it's still his body, but I had to redo it there. But I had to make a little red, little burgundy. Okay. And I had to pick the color because Tasha K don't have but 2 pictures of herself up. One is her in this outfit, and then one her in that white dress. I've already used the white dress one. Okay, so I came to y'all with I wore burgundy myself. Okay, I wore the burgundy. Is burgundy right here? Burgundy right here. Okay, because I couldn't think of a sweatshirt to throw on. I said, "Girl, get a sweatshirt," and then him told me to go topless. I said, "No, why would you say that? Now why would I go topless?" Okay, but we here together. Okay, we here together. I appreciate y'all for waiting around. And look, the real reason when I take these little breaks is really just to recalibrate. It usually means it ain't no real news going on. Now y'all know if something real happened. If something real happened, I'm coming on here and talking to y'all. But we really had no real news this whole week. So I said, girl, if the celebrities around here ain't doing shit, why should I? It's Memorial Day. It's Memorial Weekend. Okay, it's hot as hell around here in Michigan. And so I said, girl, take another day. I was going to go live yesterday, and then I was like, I don't want to. I said after I said the live up and made a post and said, yeah, hey y'all, I'll be back. And I said, I don't want to. I'll see them tomorrow. Because I was just trying to recalibrate myself mentally, spiritually, all these things, okay? Life be lifing and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? I want to release some energy into the world, but I just to get it together, okay? But I miss y'all. I know y'all miss me. And we here together. Okay. Now y'all make sure to like the video. Okay. Do it because I asked you to. Okay. But I love all y'all. Okay. I've been gone a long time. Not to see the baby. What baby? Look, hey, ain't no child look. If there was child look, chop shop. Okay. If I woke up tomorrow and a test said positive, okay, I promise y'all, I am on the way to the child. I'm not birthing no babies. No, ma'am. I told y'all, this is a safe haven. Okay. It's a safe haven for a reason. Okay, it ain't for babies. But crazy. At least she can let me know what I have been being watching some shows. I watched Nemesis. I watched Man on Fire. What else? I watched something else. I watched The Crash. I watched nothing. I was quiet. I was putting up clothes. I tried some new soul food restaurants around here. I tried some food trucks around here. I didn't comb my hair. I let my hair be out and natural and curly with the grays showing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just saying. I took time. I tried to look. Work be crazy. And when I have time to not do nothing, I'm gonna not do nothing. Okay. And I have now decided when I am on vacation from our 9 to 5, I am on vacation from YouTube. Okay. And again, that is only unless something happens. Now, if Cardi B would have ran Offset over in Stefan's car while Megan Thee Stallion was in the back seat, stabbing Klay Thompson with a knife she got from 21 Savage, okay, who was on his way to pick up Pampers for the new baby that he got with Lotto. If that had happened, sure, I came on and said, "Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Cardi be crazy," but nothing's been going on. Not y'all mad. Okay, so y'all forget. Okay, we here, but I said y'all immediately no. Immediately. Now I can't because I can't wear this shirt to work. I could, and I probably will one day on a Friday. But because I said, "What? They're gonna come in here with the bullshit?" And I said, "Girl, the time immediately no." That's all. Child voice don't child voice said, "Girl, what you doing? How you talking? What's going on?" Okay, it'll probably be a 3-hour tour. It'll probably be a 3-hour tour because I got some things. I've been saving stuff. I have. I've been saving stuff. I just was like, I don't feel like I don't feel like I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And then I was like, it's a Tuesday. I'm like, which is a Tuesday? It's tacos, tequila, teas. Girl, go talk to them on Wednesday. Okay, talk to them on Wednesday. You know, do that. But I was like, I don't want to do it. I need to watch From. What's that? What thing is it on? I didn't know what things it on. I can see. But we here and we together. And that's what matters. Okay. And truthfully, thank this nigga right here. Thank him. Because I was like, I could no, I'll go ahead and go live. Okay. Even when I was like, I can't find no shirt, don't wear no shirt. So, you know, for the second time, you can thank him for saying, "Girl, go talk to them people and stop bullshitting." Okay, I told him to go do something. This nigga told me, "I'll do that when you go live." I said, "What the fuck? Now hold up. Now how we get here? I'm telling you to go do something." And his reply to me was, "I'll do that when you go live." I said, "No, wait a minute.
So now why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See how I get thrown in stuff?
It ain't had nothing to do with me." But here we are, okay? Here we are. And he's done what I asked, and now here I am for y'all. Okay. But again, I am having a good time, okay, and whatnot. I have again, I did a whole thumbnail. I gotta find it. I did a whole thumbnail. I realized just today I have not been live since last week Thursday. Last week Thursday, okay, but it was content up. Y'all ain't watched. Okay, every time y'all complain about me not being here, I want y'all to go watch an old video. Okay. When y'all miss me, go watch an old video. Just go watch them all, okay, and then watch it and rewatch it. Anyway, let's get to. Did I say hi to him? I can't remember. I tried to talk to him. It'd be so dumb. Anyway, focus. Let's get to the topics because I do have things for us to get into. I was saving stuff here and there and everywhere because I wanted to be sure that I, just had something to get into with y'all. I tried my best, the best. I tried my best to make it be in some kind of order because it's some random celebrity stuff, but it's a lot of foolishness going on in the real world, and so I was like, well, let's get into that too. Well, I'm gonna start here. Okay. But again, hopefully y'all have already liked the video. Y'all have already subscribed. Y'all have already done all the things that you are supposed to do. Okay. It's a damn shame if you think about us for it. We know because him is this, with him, he is the CEO. What's title? He is the CEO and president of the sports department here at JayLeesCorner. So technically, he cared because it includes him, and he wanted to be sure that all the things that's supposed to happen happens. Okay. But yes, he does try but sometimes if I'm like, I don't feel like he don't do it. But today he said, nah, no, go live. You cancel, I saw the reschedule. You rescheduled the shit. I synced it. I seen it up. I synced it. It said Tuesday, now I say Wednesday. I seen let's with your root. Okay. So again, we're gonna thank that man for his looking out and saying, hey girl, go live. Okay. And I said thank you very much. Anyway, again, let's get into the things. Okay, let's get into the things. So again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. Cause it's great. Okay. Y'all know how it goes. We're gonna get into the foolishness first of all the crazy stories around the world. Okay, we're gonna dig into thumbnail people. Okay, the thumbnail people. And to be able to find everybody in something red and or burgundy, I'm like, girl, you did that. But when you've been gone for a week, you can't come back with no thumbnail. I can't be gone for a week and then come back with no thumbnail. That it don't work that way. That's not how things work. Okay. So thank you very much. Okay. I love thumbnail. It's great. And red is my favorite color. I like red and black. Those are my colors. But I like colors. Red, black, orange. Anyway, look, Florida, a woman posts a body cam footage of a cop accusing her of driving with a phone in her right hand, despite her not having a fucking right hand. Now, I feel like if a police officer pulled you over and tell you were doing something and you know it ain't true, he see it's not true, for him to not say, oops, my bad, means he the devil.
Court tomorrow for driving with a device in our right hand. But they just sent me the body cam footage, so I thought you guys might like a little treat before tomorrow.
Just it doesn't bother you, huh? Yeah, a lot of times you say.
Maybe it's different because I'm a girl.
Hello, ma'am. Hey, good morning. I'm Deputy Casada with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. This is why you're being pulled over. The city of Lake Worth today, we're doing an operation for distracted driver, and you drove past me holding the phone with your right hand, manipulating that phone.
Now, this was his mistake. Because one, walking up and saying, I saw the phone on your right hand. Why not just say, I saw you holding the phone? If you really saw her holding the phone, hey, I saw you holding the phone. But you said, I saw you holding the phone in your right hand. And she holds up the right nub.
I mean, I saw you with the phone in your hand.
So you want to just call this a day?
I don't want to call it a day. You had a hand manipulated.
You just said my right hand.
Well, I thought I told you your right hand. You
so
had that
you
hand
didn't.
out. The right hand. I saw you manipulate.
So you didn't.
With the right hand, perhaps not, right? But
You said you didn't see me with my right hand.
So are you
saying that you saw me with my right hand?
I know what I just said. I'm asking you now. Did you or not have your phone on your hand?
I did not.
You did not have your phone on your hand?
I did not.
Hand to God, you didn't have a phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
The other hand to God, you didn't have a phone in your hand.
When she held up the nub to God, I said, you better hold that nub up to God. Nub to God. What makes me so mad about this is once he saw she did not have a hand, I don't know why he didn't say, you know what, I probably saw your nub and thought the nub was a phone. My bad. I'm sorry. Have a good day. But him trying to force her to admit she was holding the phone and she don't have a fucking right arm.
Yeah, God.
Cool. You have your driver's license, registration, and insurance with you.
So we have court tomorrow for.
So the fact that she has to go to court, okay, she has to go, and she probably requested the body cam footage to show, Judge, I'm in court because he's an asshole and he didn't want to say I made a mistake. I'm lying because we're doing a distracted drivers ticket fest. We just tell them folk we saw them with a phone in their right hand. And who can say they did not have a phone in their right hand? Well, someone who don't have a right hand. So it aggravates me that what that means is he's probably been lying to other folks he pulled over who had the right hand. Okay, so once you see, that's like saying, I saw you with your phone on your right hand. Someone say, search my car. I don't even phone my car. And you search the car, there's no phone. And you still want to say, but like, nigga, leave me alone. You know, and I hope she wins in court. No, she will. Also, sue that man for harassment. Because once you see she does not have a right arm and you still proceeded to bombard her request and give her a ticket and force her to go to court, that is harassment. Okay, that is, and it may be a bit of discrimination for the handicap. So I hope he gets. I hope he gets fired. Not fired. Well, no, fired because he's a liar. This show, he's a liar. But I saw the right. He made sure to say the right hand. You know why? Because he can't say her driving hand. It was in her driving hand. He had to say, "Oh, the right hand. We sent it over here, nigga. I got a nub over here. What do you mean?" So I hope he gets fired because he's a liar. Okay, I hate lying ass cops. Okay, she got a ticket for $116. Some niggas ain't shit, okay? Here in Michigan. Okay, I don't know this man. I don't think so. DoorDash driver caught stealing $250 in tips at a Coney Island. First of all, I've said it before and I will always say it again. There are cameras everywhere, okay? In every restaurant, gas station, Quickie Mart, okay, 7-Eleven, okay, the Piggly Wiggly. There is cameras everywhere. So you should always just assume it's a camera. Okay? Always assume someone is watching you right now. So even though you don't see a camera looking at you, someone is recording you. Okay? And you get caught. So the child. He went at Coney Island on Eureka Road in Taylor. It happened on Memorial Day while the driver was packing the DoorDash orders. Video showed the driver reaching over a barrier behind the counter and taking the money. Okay, DoorDash, the driver has been since removed because he's a thief. The fact that he's even looking over the thing to see what's behind there. Can I steal something behind? Oh, we got pens, got knives, we got some napkins, a little purse. What can I steal? Oh, some money. Oh, some money.
this drink goes with this person.
Again, he's looking to see what can I steal, what can I play snatches with. I'm gonna look around to be sure that no people see me. Do you not think they have cameras above the damn cash register? And then for you to go in there and steal, showing your whole face. You work for DoorDash. It's not like you called in an order and walked up in there and got some food. It's a way for them to track who exactly you were. So yeah, when you do stupid shit, you deserve to win stupid prizes. And truthfully, DoorDash should give the Coney Island your information so that you can be arrested. Because you stealing. Okay? Grown ass man stealing from a fucking cult. The tips. You stole. Now look, when I go to Coney Island, because you know we have a lot of Coney Islands here. Okay. When I go, I rarely ever tip. And that may sound mean, but it's because I drive there myself. I go pick up my food myself. Like you're really just handing me my food. Now, if I go in and sit down and eat, I will tip. Okay. If you bring an order to me, I will tip. But if I'm driving in and picking up my order myself, I don't tip. I don't. Every once in a while, my favorite Coney Island on 7 Mile and Van Dyke, the one girl who's always there, like once a month, I will tip her $10. Okay, I go there maybe twice a month. But because she's so nice that she know my voice. She like, you want sliced cheese? Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. And no mustard on my sandwich. So she know what I'm saying, I tip her like once a month, I'll give her $10. Even if that's my first time there that month, I tip because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only Coney Island I tip at. Other than that, because I go to other Coney Islands, I don't tip or carry out. But the tips they're getting is probably tips they work for. So you the tip money, bitch. Anyway, stupidity. Okay? Now, I need y'all to stop playing with Jesus. Okay? Self-proclaimed is it Ghanaian or who is it? Is it Ghanaian? I don't know. I'm gonna say Ghanaian. I don't know. A prophet attempts to recreate Moses' part in the Red Sea. Now, why would you do that? Okay. For anybody, if you're not from Detroit and you're coming to Detroit to visit, okay, let me give y'all a quick. I'm gonna go back thing. Let me give y'all a quick little tutorial for Coney Island. Okay. Don't go to no Coney Island that's not in the city. Okay, go to a Coney Island that's in somewhere within Detroit. Okay, that's part one. Part two, don't go to no Coney Island that's in downtown Detroit. Okay, the Lafayette place and don't go the two that's downtown. On is Lafayette, Coney Island. I forgot the other one called. Dude, those are not Coney Islands. No one goes there. I don't know how they're still around. When I worked downtown, we did not even go to them fucking places to get Coney Island. We will order from somewhere else. Okay, that's part two. Part three. Okay, my choice. I go to the Coney Island. It's called M. George. This is on 7 Mile and Van Dyke. I like Coney Time on 7 Mile and Hayes. Okay. If you want to get a corned beef sandwich, do not go to a Coney Island for a corned beef sandwich in Michigan. Go to Lou's Deli. Okay. Either on 9 Mile and Greenfield. There's also one. I think the other one is on 6 Mile. It's there at 2 locations, okay? But Lou's Deli, is the only place in Michigan to get a corned beef sandwich. Okay, so I'm more of a East Side Coney Island girl. The only one I used to go to I know there's a L Georgia somewhere on the West Side as well that I cannot remember. Okay, but you can't try this any Coney Island. Okay, Keisha, you come here this summer, send me a DM. Okay, and I'll let me know what's at the time you want. I'll tell you what you want to go to. But don't go to no Coney Island that ain't somewhere in the city. You can do Hamtramck because Hamtramck is close to Detroit. That's cool. But don't national. Don't go to no national. Leo's. No. No. Okay. Corned beef sandwich from Detroit. From Detroit. Lou's Deli only. Lou's Deli only. Just saying, okay? And the Coney, I'm an East Sider, but I know about the L Georges on the West Side too. And I was like, you have like the Nikki D's Coney Island, which is really, really good, and whatnot. But like, yeah, and usually if a good one is the parking lot is popping. If you pull into a Coney Island and it's an empty parking lot, bitch, unless they just opened, leave. Anyway, but you can't, like, cause this is a Leo's in Taylor. That ain't Coney Island. It's Coney Island. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. You need a L Georges and M Georges. Okay, the Nikki D's ones, or one that just said Coney Island. Okay, it just said Coney Island. Okay, and they got a black girl behind the thing. Hey, baby, what you want? Or a white girl who sound black. If you go to one, it's a white girl who sound black. That's a good one too. Because the black Coney Islands always have a white girl who be around there. Just saying. But I prefer, again, 7 Mile and Van Dyke and also 7 Mile Hayes are two ones I like. But there's some on the 6 Mile area on the west side that people like too. But yeah. I'm just saying, but I'm like, girl, don't you go, don't go outside the city limits. Not Taylor, not Birmingham, not Royal Oak, not Troy, not Roseville, not Clinton Township. Okay, and I'm telling you, you're not Inkster. Hell no. Hell no. No. True good Coney Islands are in Detroit. You have some in the outer skirts that have like good. I'm not saying it's like bad food, but like if you want you a good a little gyro, little chicken salad, okay, a chili cheese fry, okay, a coney dog, which is a coney, chili and onions, mustard. A good wing ding dinner, a little burger, little cheeseburger deluxe, all those things, don't go out there. But again, if you have to come and get a corned beef sandwich. You can only get it from Lou's Deli. Don't go to anywhere else. Don't go nowhere. And if you want a good pizza, Green Lantern has good pizza. Okay. That's for folks who gonna be in the city. Again, to the people fucking around playing with Jesus. Okay, I need y'all to stop. Okay. That's a day in the middle, right? Y'all know how I be pronouncing shit wrong all the time. Anyway, look, the people over there in Ghana, okay, said this man tried to part the Red Sea. Like, but I'm like, y'all do know it wasn't Moses. Y'all do know that was Jesus. Okay, Moses did not part the Red Sea, but this fool is out here with a rod and a staff and a fucking band. Is it a mariachi band? And God said, stop playing with me. God said, get your ass back, my child. Okay. Why are you playing? Okay. Who hired the mariachi band? Okay. Why would you try to, girl, you almost wish the person drowned, not died and drowned, but drowned a little bit, not a lot of it, just a little bit of a drown. Because why would you think I'm going to go and part the sea? You did not even have a thick ass stick. Moses had a real thick stick. That sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. My point is, stop playing with Jesus. Okay? Because you play with God, he will send you to see him. Okay? And God and Jesus said, okay, you want to play? Waterfall. Swish. Okay? Drown. I'm going to let you live. I'm going to drown you a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna drown you a little bit. If you get out the water in your t-shirt and your panties in that little stick. Move. Cause why would you do that? Again, stop playing with people. Okay. Now I seen this and I said, now what'd you say? Cause how did this happen? A dog sitting in a parked truck shoots woman with a shotgun. Now, I'm like, now how did the dog get the gun? Okay. Per TMZ, a black Labrador unintentionally fired a loaded shotgun from inside a parked truck. The freak accident occurred when the police responded to reports of gunfire near a convenience store and found a truck with a shotgun blast through the front door, the passenger door. The dog's owner had briefly stepped into the store, leaving the dog in the back seat. While alone, the dog apparently shifted around and somehow managed to activate the firearm. Now, why the gun wasn't put up? Okay. It discharged and struck a woman waiting in traffic at a traffic light with her arm hanging out the window. Okay. Now, again, if your dog shoot me, I'm suing you and your dog. Because now, first of all, why the shotgun loaded? Do people, because I don't have a shotgun, but why would you have a loaded shotgun in your truck? You then left your dog in the car with the loaded shotgun. Now, you may never think your dog will be out here, you know what I'm saying, bitty bum bum. Okay, you may think the dog don't want to shoot nobody, but why? Now, bitch, what? Now, again, the lady arm got hit because her arm was hanging out the window. And I swear to God, I keep my arm in my, because I always think, what if somebody crazy flying down and they knock my arm off? So I try to keep my hands in my windows. But the fact that you got shot by a shotgun from a damn dog in a passenger child, again, I'm suing the dog. I'm suing the owner. I'm suing the shotgun company, because how the fuck did a dog paw? Because you know how hard, I don't think shotguns have hair triggers. So I'm still wondering how the fuck did the dog pull the trigger? What kind of shotgun was it? Anyway, should the dog, because if dogs bite somebody, they put the dog to they kill it. So if a dog shot somebody, is the dog a threat? What if he's a killer dog? And what if he has been trained to shoot? Okay. Because the owner, now look, what we all, now maybe did the owner blame the dog? I don't know. Okay. Because it said, while alone, the dog apparently shifted around and somehow managed to activate firearm. So I don't know. But either way it go, if a dog shoots someone with a gun, does the dog have to be put down because the dog is attempted murder. Okay, the dog is psycho. The dog shot somebody. Okay, I'm just saying. Because how we know the dog won't shoot somebody again? Well, thank God the lady, wasn't life-threatening. Okay, she's just a little gunshot wound to the arm. But I'm suing everybody today and forever. Okay, now see this. Ohio woman who led police on a chase removed from court for third time after kicking. First of all, you should have one time to be removed from a courtroom. Okay, there should be no third.
Vehicle Harris was driving was wanted in connection with felonious assault and weapons under disability warrants. Harris eventually crashed into a tree and the vehicle caught fire. Harris showed her displeasure with the court proceeding.
May 4th, I think we have the date.
Judge Christopher McDowell said when Harris was in his courtroom back in April, he had her removed because of her behavior.
And when she came back and on her way out is when she put her foot through the trash can.
Harris is also accused of cutting off her ankle monitor and fleeing to Georgia.
Tired of being in here. Y'all don't understand that part.
And then you actually lunged at the
I didn't lunge at nobody.
Prosecutor Elise Dieters says Harris threatened her physically.
She said that she didn't lunge regardless. She said she was going to slap the out of me. Again, just proving that she can't behave in court.
I absolutely believe, okay, without a shadow of a doubt, okay, that she told that white lady, I would stab the shit out of you. I know she said, I would say it. That's something I would say if I'm pissed off. I would slap the shit out of you. Don't help me, bitch. I believe she said it.
Harris's attorney tried to explain his client's behavior.
She's frustrated, Your Honor. I know it's given her underlying mental health issues, and it's just difficult for her, Your Honor.
When Judge McDowell sentenced Harris to 90 days in jail on the contempt charges, this happened. Judge McDowell did not charge Harris with a third contempt of court, saying, quote, it doesn't seem to do any good.
Not showing the shoe. Look, one, she has mental issues. That's clear. Okay. Two, I just need folk to realize if you don't like being in jail, you probably shouldn't do stuff that gets you locked up. I can fully understand. I don't want to be in jail. I hate it here. It's horrible here. I don't want to be here. You can't do stuff that would either get you locked up the first time or get you more time in jail. Okay, again, Aisha Harris, 34. She's 34 years old. That's a hard 34.
Good. The vehicle Harris was driving was wanted in connection with felonious assault and weapons under disability warrants. Harris eventually crashed into a tree and the vehicle caught fire. Harris showed her
She's only 34.
Displeasure with the court proceeding.
May 4th, I think we have the
Spitting chop. Ooh, that is so disgusting. That's so disgusting, for one. It's kind of crazy. So being in court, now, first of all, the fact that they didn't comb her hair right made me mad. Okay. She's spitting in court. That made me mad, too. Okay. Again, she got 90 days in jail for contempt because she's being disruptive. What do you mean? Okay. And the fact that you threatened the assistant prosecutor, I will slap you. Don't do none of that. If you look, sometimes all you can do is sit there, shut the fuck up, let them sentence you. Cool. 90 days, cool, fine. I'm okay. You done in 3 months. But to act out more, it gives you more time. Okay. But she do seem to have a bit of little tick boom.
Judge Christopher McDowell said when Harris was in his courtroom back in April, he had her removed because of her behavior.
And when she came back and on her way out is when she put her foot through the trash.
You know how strong your foot has to be to put a hole in a plastic trash can? You know how hard you have to kick a trash can to destroy those things that are sturdy. It looked like someone shot it with a shotgun. Was the dog in court? Did the dog do that? It might have been a dog.
Trash can.
Harris is also accused of cutting off her ankle monitor and fleeing to Georgia.
Tired of being in here. Y'all don't understand that part.
When you cut off the ankle monitor and ran to Georgia, okay, you gave yourself more charges.
And that you actually lunged at police.
I didn't lunge at nobody.
Prosecutor Elise Dieters says Harris threatened her physically.
And that white woman is scared. Okay? That white lady's scared. Okay? Even if Aisha just said, bitch, that terrified the white woman. You want to know why? Because Aisha does look like an aggressive, crazy, deranged individual. Even if she just pissed off. Okay? Anything Aisha would do, the white woman's going to be scared. You know why? She's a white woman.
She said that she didn't lunge. Regardless, she said she was going to slap the shit out of me. Again, just proving that she can't behave in court.
Harris's attorney tried to explain his client's behavior.
She's frustrated, Your Honor. I know it's given her underlying mental health issues, and it's just difficult for her.
And this is the thing. You are a lawyer, right? You are an attorney? Okay, cool. You are acknowledging that she has some mental health struggles. Why not say, hey, judge, let's not give her 90 days in jail. Can we get her 90 days in a mental rehabilitation something? If she has mental issues, okay, just we get her into some help and whatever's. Maybe she don't need jail. Maybe she needs to be put in. Now again, I don't want anyone put away for a long, long time and they can't get out. But get her into some mental counseling. Make that a part of the 90 days. Just saying. Help her. Help me. Help you.
Your Honor.
When Judge McDowell sentenced Harris to 90 days in jail on the contempt charges, this happened.
Look, I always tell y'all, jail ain't worth it. Okay, if you can avoid jail, avoid jail. If you can avoid it, don't go. Don't do it. An Alabama judge accused of delaying hearings to walk dogs and making racist remarks towards a white woman faces suspension. Well, if the dog need walking, you can't be racist though. Okay. Again, Alabama probate judge is facing suspension after a lengthy 120-page complaint accused her of repeated misconduct, including delaying hearings to walk a dog and allegedly making a racist remark about a white court employee. Now, what was the racist remark? Did she call her white? Of course, Yeshiba Blanchard has been accused of violating judicial ethics rules multiple times while serving on the bench. One allegation claimed that she canceled a previously scheduled hearing involving a patient without quickly rescheduling. Well, that could have been a misstep. A misstep. Okay, she did not reschedule quickly. Okay, caused an individual to remain hospitalized for 2 more weeks. Oh, well, that's clerical. So this look clerical, okay? It also accused her of making a racist statement during that court. The court's chief clerk, Amanda Reed, who was white. The judge allegedly responded to an employee complaint, complimenting Reed by saying, "Oh, I forgot you all like kissing the white ass." Is that racist? The judge allegedly responded to another employee complimenting Reed by saying, "Oh, I forgot you all like kissing the white ass." Is that racist? In a troubling accusation, a court clerk reportedly asked to be transferred closer to Birmingham because her sister was on her deathbed and the commute was becoming difficult. The request was denied, and the sister died. I mean, look. The accusation that somebody asked to be transferred closer because their sister was dying and the request was denied. Her sister died. Is that my fault though? You know, all jobs can accommodate people moving jobs because of a sick relative. If my sister is sick and she's dying, I'm taking FMLA. I'm not asking to be transferred. I'm not going to be here. Okay? If the commute to get from point A to the hospital is too much for me, okay, because of the commute. And also, if my sister died, bitch, I'm not complaining about a commute to go see my dying sister. I'm not. And you, this is going to sound mean now, you living closer to your dying sister ain't gonna stop her from dying. But when you have a family member who is sick like that, take the time off. Especially if they won't allow you to transfer. But unless there's proof that she has approved other people being transferred, and for some reason she denied you for any other reason besides it wasn't feasible, how is that like unethical? Now, her saying, "Oh, y'all kiss white ass," you can't say that. It may not be racist. It's definitely inappropriate because you kiss ass, you kiss ass. Okay. Now, her not rescheduling the meeting to walk some dogs. Child, Jesus fix it. Y'all got, I know your role. Driver was arrested here in the Detroit area after crashing. Chasing down a Detroit police car. Now, why would you chase the police? Why would you do that? A man was arrested Tuesday night after allegedly following a Detroit police vehicle and attempting to strike the office patrol car in Evergreen. Y'all know what's that? Officers were originally investigating a possible DV call. A woman at the same scene was in crisis and was being transported by officers at Grace when the incident unfolded. Police said a man began following the officer and driving recklessly. Okay. When the police tried to get away, the man continued following them before trying to hit the patrol car. Now, first of all, why the police running from anybody? You the police. And again, if the police car had the lady who was being taken to the hospital, I'm confused. Because if you are the police, you should not be running from anybody. Okay, if you notice someone's following me and you are trying to avoid being followed, I'm just confused. Because why are you the police? Why are you trying to get away from someone chasing you? Can you stop and arrest them? Especially once they try to hit your car. It said the officer continued to the precinct with the other units that stood and taking them into custody. Okay. Weird. Okay. Again, don't chase the police. The police, if you can chase, just stop. You the police, bitch. What do you mean? Okay. Crazy old black men talking stupidly. Okay. Pastor James David Manning calls out the Democratic Party during a sermon. Okay, let's listen.
A woman can't raise children. You can't raise children with tits. You got to have balls. You got to have a man. And
wait.
Sick. A woman can't raise children. You can't raise children with tits. You got to have balls. You got to have a man. And for a man to not take responsibility to raise his children ought to be executed.
But titties don't raise, neither does ball. Okay.
You have a responsibility before God. And we don't want to hear that. Women's rights. No. We got the sickest, poorest, economically deficient people on the planet. The other thing is this, is that when that boy Mondami came out on the scene, this nigga is a Muslim. He is a jihadist, if you will, intifada, if you must, Hamas supporting anti-Jesus Muslim. And niggas are talking about he got a good program. I don't give a damn how good his program is. He's a Muslim and Jesus is Lord. And I'm voting for him and I ain't tell nobody else to vote for him. The hell's wrong with you? I'm tired of the Democrat Party making bitches out of our women and pussies out of our men. I'm tired of it. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it. The man needs to stand up and be a man. Sick.
Yeah.
Nigga.
When I tell y'all I am speechless.
Woman can't raise children. You can't raise children with tits. You got to have balls. You got to have a man. And for a man to not take responsibility to raise his children ought to be executed. You have a responsibility before God.
But if he dead, what he gonna do dead? I mean, can I get if he got life insurance, he kill him dead. But I mean, we gonna okay.
And we don't want to hear that. Women's rights. No. We got the sickest, poorest, economically deficient people on the planet. The other thing is this, is that when that boy Mondami came out on the scene, this nigga is a Muslim.
This nigga's a Muslim.
He is a jihadist, if you will, intifada, if you must, Hamas supporting anti-Jesus Muslim. And niggas are talking about he got a good program. I don't give a damn how good his program is. He's a Muslim and Jesus is Lord. And I'm voting for him and I ain't tell nobody else to vote for him. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Because what I don't even know what points did he make. What y'all understand? The only piece. This is the thing, y'all. See, so I should take another day off. I understand you saying, or if your implication is, women should not have to raise children by themselves. That's not the same as saying you can't raise babies with titties, you need balls. That's not true. Because we've seen many women raise children because the daddies ain't around. The same way we've seen men raise kids because the mamas ain't around. So, yes, you do want a two-parent household. However, anyone saying, you can't raise a child without having balls is stupid. That's part one. Okay. Part two. Even him trying to equate the notion that, that nigga's a Muslim. God and Jesus is Lord. Cool. No one is asking you to be Muslim. So what you mad at him for? We have to understand there are different religions in the world. And if you don't agree, that's cool. But what you fussing at me for? Even him saying men who are not raising their children should be put to death. That ain't gonna help nothing. If the nigga dead or not there, he's still dead, not there.
The hell's wrong with you? I'm tired of the Democrat Party making bitches out of our women and pussies out of our men.
Now, how the hell is the Democrats making bitches and pussies? What did he say? How? What? How? Making bitches out of our women and making pussies out of our men. Now, how does that, sir? Again. The fact that there are people applauding and agreeing with him, the fact that it's a woman standing behind him, hands clutched, this is perfectly, that's my man. My titties didn't raise our children. His balls did. Yep, his balls raised our babies, yeah. His balls only. My tits had nothing. Even though women feed babies from our titties. If you, because about the cavemen ain't have fucking formula, they were titty feeding them babies. Okay, back in slave time, they would have slaves titty feeding the fucking white babies. So to even say that you can't raise a baby with titties, we feed people with our titties. And some men like our titties too. So it's like immediately no. Immediately no. Nigga, I'm like, now why would you say that? Oh God. I'm pissed off. I am upset. Okay. I don't wanna. Cause why would you say that? Like, why would you? I'm gonna probably save some stuff for tomorrow. Why would we in an hour already? Why would you say any of that shit? Okay, it's weird. Again, also, why y'all fighting at graduations? Okay, video surfaces of parents putting paws on each other at a graduation. Now, what? It's a graduation.
Yo, this is fucking crazy. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, this is fucking
crazy. Is that a grandma?
Damn, man.
What is happening?
Damn. Yo, get off me.
Where did you come from?
Look at this shit.
Oh. This. Now, first of all, okay. The moment the black lady is going down the stairs and the white thing right here, and the Caucasian lady in the black vest is going to attempt to get at her, and you see the black boy say, hell no. Nah. Okay, right here. Bitch, I caught you. Okay? The fact that he saw her trying to get probably at his mama, auntie, cousin, I don't know, somebody black. Caught you. Meaning I'm not going to allow you to get at my peoples. Okay, that's called using peripheral vision. Okay, you have to use your peripheral vision. Okay, tackle. Now, white man, back up, swing. Okay, fall. Again, a whole bunch of melee and madness. Okay, and it looked like all the black people came and said, not today. We're gonna help everybody. Okay, we're gonna help everybody black. Who you rooting for? Everybody black? Now, child. This is why they be telling people at graduation, you get 3 tickets. Your mama, your daddy, and one person. Okay? Because, you know, sometimes, this goes for all races. Okay? Sometimes, when there are too many people, shit get wild. When there's too many people, stuff get wild. Now, first of all, it looked like it's a whole bunch of open seats. But the Caucasian lady right here who tried to sneak the black lady and got caught mid-air, I love it. I loved it. Okay? Because don't try to sneak me from behind. Okay? Well, you know I can't see you. Okay? But it seemed like, how did it start? How did it happen? What happened, Jesus? All I know is I'm happy that that lady did not get a sticker from behind. That's it. Now, if I'm somewhere and if a black woman is a barbecue, would I jump in? I'm 44 now. So I don't know if I'm getting involved in a fight of a stranger. I don't know. Because I'm not going to fight. But you know what? I might just toss people off of her. Because I also don't want to get, because what if I get stabbed? What if I get shot? I don't know. It would have to be in the moment thing. But I like it. It's instinct. So my instinct will probably kick in. Yeah, I would and trip her. Let her fall. Okay. But again, y'all can't be fighting at these graduations, child. Okay. Also, around here in the salon, like, I am lucky enough. I have never been in a salon where an actual fight or even an argument has happened.
I need everybody to shut the fuck up talking to me in general. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want to hear all that. Yeah, she's so delusional. And then y'all claim y'all ain't have no animosity.
What kind of hairstyle is she getting? Because it's braids, there's weave glue. I wonder what's her hairstyle.
I'm so mad. Because y'all mad drama filled. Like that's mad drama filled. What a reaction. That's the reaction. Fuck goofy as fuck. Goofy. Weird ass bitch. Goofy. They trying to gang up whatever fuck they find themselves doing over that bitch. Because trust, I'm on it. As soon as I finish you, boo, don't worry about it.
I'm leaving. If everybody in the salon fighting, you was squeezing the hair glue into my hair, you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna head on out. Because y'all got too much going on around here.
Somebody get that. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to finish your baby because I don't like she trying to say that, just stop right here, right now. No, she's getting done. And then your ass will be going up.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Because what if they start shooting? What if they start fighting and I can't get out? I don't sit in mess. Once I see some bullshit popping off, bitch, I'm going. I'm leaving. I don't have time. I'll come back when y'all come.
I'll tell y'all hoes be weird, and then you address it, then they want to act weird and try to act like, oh, you're tripping, you don't peep nothing. Mind y'all all know, if you know me, y'all know I'm big on energy. I peep everything. Everything. Like,
yeah, her first 2 months here,
is she fucking with scissors? Girl.
Back up.
You need to get out.
I ain't going nowhere. Back up, bitch.
She gonna be on that bed.
Don't be cut shot. No. Do not be fussing with scissors around me. Okay. Don't be clipped. Don't be clipped.
Ain't no lie. Fuck bombshell. And I'm still in this bitch.
Get out. Get out. I can't say shit about me. Fuck out, bro.
I'm gonna be here until I finish this client, and then what? And then what?
See, if my stylist is the one fussing over me, and someone saying, "Hey, you get out," don't do that over me. Don't do that over me, ever. Because what if she want to come fight you and fuck around and hit me in the process? Now I gotta beat both your ass.
You coming down? Nope. Yeah, I am. Well, you gotta get a let's call police. Let's wrap this up. Call them. Call them. You gonna need them, boo.
Now a comment said that she did finish the girl hair, but I'm not sitting there fussing with nobody. I'm not sitting there letting anyone fuss over my head. Once I see it's foolishness between the stylist and you're not focusing on just my hair and you're fussing with them, gluing my hair, cutting my hair, I have to go. Let me know when you're able to have a calm environment because this is foolishness. Okay, this is the devil, and I don't play with. Bitch, no. Okay, child, I'm leaving. Okay, I'm leaving. I saw this. Tennessee High School had an outdoor graduation in the pouring rain. Okay, there was a whole intense thunderstorm, a rainstorm, and the kids were sitting. The kids, the parents were sitting in the pouring rain. This is at Centennial High School in Franklin, Tennessee. Okay, the parents was pissed off because they did not move the graduation from outside to inside. They left it as an outside ceremony, even though there was heavy rain and lightning. It says school officials were reportedly aware of the weather forecast in advance, but chose not to move the ceremony indoors because of the school's rain or shine policy. Reports claim officials believe they could finish the graduation before the storm fully rolled in, and were also concerned not everyone would fit in the gym. Parents of the school even had a backup plan in place that would have allowed the ceremony to be postponed until Friday and moved indoors if necessary. But they said, nah, fuck it. Be outside in the rain. Now, while it's just water, I'm not sitting outside in the pouring rain. I'm not having my mama and my family sit outside in the pouring rain. Ever. I think it's insane. The school, because there's a little bit of rain is one thing. A little bit of rain is one thing, but if it's rain and lightning, you have folks out there with umbrellas, child, who knows what else? It's slippery. I got heels on. No, my hair is all fucked up. No, that is horrible. Horrible. Mail me my diploma. Okay, mail me my diploma, and me and my friend will have our own little ceremony tomorrow for pictures. Because why would y'all do that? Is crazy. College graduate loses both legs after cruise staff allegedly pressured her to drink, smoke marijuana, and pee in an ocean before Bahamas boat propeller accident. Now, pressured her. 22-year-old Hannah Smith says the traumatic incident happened during a catamaran ferry excursion to Pearl Island Beach when she was celebrating her graduation aboard a Carnival cruise. She claims employees operating the excursion continuously served her alcohol and encouraged marijuana use throughout the day. The lawsuit alleged staff members provided complimentary rum punch as soon as passengers arrived on the island and even poured drinks directly into the mouth. Now, my thing is, that's typical behavior on cruises and excursions, whatever. Like they do encourage folks, you know what I'm saying, to have a good time, okay? It says, as the boat ride was coming to an end, Smith said she urgently needed to use the bathroom. I gotta pee. Okay. But was encouraged by staff to jump into the water to relieve herself because the boat's engine had supposedly been turned off. Smith spent about 20 seconds in the water holding onto the railing while peeing. Girl, not peeing in the ocean. Before attempting to climb back aboard. That's when she said she suddenly saw her legs being pulled underneath the vessel by the propeller. Child, we see she's now an amputee. Okay. She lost both her legs. She's now suing Sun Clay, the boat operator and tour provider, along with Pearl Investment Management Group for negligence. Look. Get paid. You know, get paid. That's one thing. But secondarily, and I know that I don't know this word, I feel like you also have to use your common sense, even when people are encouraging you to drink and smoke. So they were negligent in the aspect of not saying, keep your ass in the boat. Also, why the fuck would you, why am I out the boat by the propeller? So I feel like it's a plethora of blame to go around. You know, them giving her liquor is one thing. I think that's separate. But I do feel like whoever allowed her to get into the water near the propeller, that's what's crazy. Because I feel like even if she wasn't drunk, if she had water, even if she drank a whole bunch of water and had to pee, and they said, well, cool, we can't get back to the island, to the boat just yet. Okay, we can pee in the ocean. Whoever did not make sure that she wasn't somewhere away from the propellers, that's whose fault it is. That's the only negligent part to me, is whoever allowed her to get into the ocean to pee near the propellers. That's crazy. But the whole additional part of them, having a drink and smoke, that's on you. Because if someone offered me crack, I'm not gonna smoke it. You know, when people say stuff like, oh, they offered me this, but you took it. You took it. That was your decision to accept the drinks and the liquor. What they should have done, though, was made sure if you had to pee that you were not nowhere near a propeller. Because that's what did it, the fucking propeller. But girl, again, get money. Okay? Sue them. I get it. I agree. Okay? What else I want to do? Well, I'm gonna review the crash. So I believe that be. Sean Kingston mom was in prison like a queen pin. Sean Kingston mom was in prison. How long did she get? I think 5 years. Yeah, she got 5 years in prison. Okay, but she posing, glasses on, okay, little Timberland boot, little watch, little hat, okay. Got all the gay girls. Got all the lesbians around her having a good ass time, child, tattoos and all. I would never understand being in prison. She ain't been in prison that long. Okay. She only been in prison a month. How the fuck does she know all these people? If you only been in jail for about a month or two, how do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? How you got 9 hoes surrounding you in prison? You're not even supposed to trust people in prison for a while. How do you have 9 people smart anyway? She in prison. She's the queen then. Because why would you do that? Riley was arrested after police say she retrieved a gun from her car and shot 2 attorneys. Now, girl.
Mama is this? What the f happened, twin? You alright?
Somebody's laying on.
You alright? Yo, what the f?
Oh, no.
Per police chief Rico Boyce, 2 attorneys, a man and a woman, were shot by a female suspect after leaving the courthouse. They said one had reportedly attended a court hearing, then went back to her vehicle, grabbed a gun, and pop in the alley. Shooting attorneys in the alley between the courthouse and post office is crazy. The suspect was taken into custody seconds at the scene. Police said there's no ongoing threats. The female attorney is currently undergoing surgery. The female attorney reported. Why did she do it though? Why did you shoot 2 attorneys at the courthouse? What happened? Anyway, y'all, that's enough of the random thing. Okay, look, y'all go take a little second. Okay, like the video, and we'll discuss the things on the thumbnail. Okay, please and thank you. And we are back. Okay. Where do I want to start? Well, let's you know, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bounce around a little bit. Okay. Let me get back to the screen here. Well, one, it says a UK radio station mistakenly announces King Charles' death. Didn't somebody do that with his mama? Before the Queen died, did they say, "Hey, she dead"? She wasn't really dead. That is weird. I don't know how people be preemptive. But is he dying? Because they, again, you know, over there across the pond, for the monarch, they do have a like a death protocol. Okay, there is a death protocol that is always in place in case the king or queen dies. Okay. And the people say, due to a computer error, okay, at our main studio, the death of the king was announced, okay, because again, they hold a readiness, hoping they won't require it, but it's on the ready, okay. In some kind of way, the automatic he dead speech announcement went out by accidents, okay, announcing that man was dead. He ain't dead, okay. So they were sorry, but I feel like Like, have we seen King Charles? Has he spoken out? Don't he have cancer? I know he had cancer. I know the prince is she Princess? The wife, William's wife had cancer. Some like was it because he's sick and they hit the button too fast? I'm not sure. But either way it go, they did that with that man mama. Okay. So we're gonna wish that man some more years of life. Okay, leave him be. Rest in peace to Rob Bass. Okay. I can't do the song. Okay. But if you look, everybody know It Takes Two. Everybody named Mama know It Takes Two. Okay. So he died. He was 50. Was 59? He was 59 years old. They say he died from a private battle with cancer and whatnot. We don't know what kind of cancer. But anytime It Takes Two come on, bitch, dance. Okay? Even if you don't have no legs, shake your shoulders. Okay? So rest in peace to Rob Bass. Very, very sad. Okay? Everything's all right. Love that song. Okay? But may he rest in peace. Okay? Congratulations to the New York Knicks, who are heading to the NBA Finals for the first time in 27 years. That's a long time. That was before that was 99. I was a senior in high school. Well, was I a junior? Well, it depends, because I came out 2000. Either way it go, well, no, that would have been the summer of 99. I was a junior in high school. But again, congrats to them because they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, who beat our team. Listen, I'm happy. If whoever beat us loses, that's okay with me. Okay. So it says they're gonna face either OKC or San Antonio. So again, and I like Carl Anthony because he's engaged to Jordan Woods and whatnot. So congrats to that man and his team. Okay. If anybody watches All the Queen's Men, I watch All the Queen's Men. I love the show. The final season will be premiering on Paramount Plus starting on June 10th. I don't know if they're going to put all the episodes out or one by one. There have been a lot of things going on with BT Plus and other things. Christian Keys kept on saying it's the last season. It's the last season. And so we kind of knew that it would not come back based on Christian Keys saying those are my characters. I'm going somewhere else. What's there by? Okay, going elsewhere. But I'm gonna watch this last season. The new season, the last season, is premiering on Paramount Plus on June 10th. And I love Eva as a actress. But I still feel like, again, if Tyler Perry stole that man's show, whatever, I'm saying, but I still feel like the way Christian Keys played out this whole ending of the series was a horrible way to do it. It almost feel like he hates everyone on the cast. So I'm like, can it be everybody else except him? Because if his gripe was with Tyler Perry and the studios, that makes sense. But the way he's kind of also burning bridges with the cast, to me, feels like I need someone to do a tell-all. The same, okay? But again, the last final season airs on June 10th on Paramount Plus. Congrats also to Kenny Lattimore, singer, and Judge Faith Jenkins, who welcomed a baby boy, Roman Roberts. Okay, I think it's their second child, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like they have a daughter. And you know what? To me, Kenny Lattimore and Brian McKnight were like polar singers. You know what I'm saying? When you think of the late 90s, early 2000s, I hear their voice. And I'm just happy that Kenny ain't around here embarrassing us. All I do is for you. I'm just happy because I can't even hear a Brian McKnight song and feel the same things. And I'm happy that Kenny Lattimore is around here. He still seems like he's regular. Okay. But again, congrats to him and his wife. Judge, I think they married. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. But was that their first? I feel like they had a daughter too, but I may be tripping. Okay, yes, okay. I'm like, but again, congrats to them on the birth, because childbirth is there she up. They got a daughter. Birth was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So congrats to Kenny and to his wife, Faith, Judge Faith. Okay. Now, I have a lot of little random celebrity things. I don't know what Caresha. Hey, Caresha girl. Caresha going on tour, not her own tour. Boss Man D-Lo has a motion party tour, okay? And Young Miami will be on the tour with him. Now, will she sing City Girl songs? Now, also, I don't know the Boss Man D-Lo, but I was like, I know I'm old. I said I'm old because I don't know this man. I don't know him. And then I heard that song. I said, oh, that's him. I hear this song all the time on the radio, whatever. So it let me know I'm old now because I don't know Boss Man D-Lo. I don't. But congrats to him for the tour. Okay. And congrats to Young Miami for being on the tour and whatever. But what song she gonna do? Okay, well, my scamming ass niggas at something. I don't know. Anyway, child, I guess so. Look, you don't want to knock anyone's hustle, and Caresha need to do something. And the Boss Man D-Lo's on tour. It's gonna be from July 16th through August 29th. So, roughly a month, tour dates in Florida, North Carolina, the Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, DC, New York, Ohio, Minnesota. Oh, they ain't come to Detroit. They not coming to Detroit. They not going to or Chicago. I think it's weird when anyone is on tour and they don't go to certain cities. Like, you have to go to Detroit and Chicago. Is that just me? Like, they're not going to Miami, Florida, but they're going to St. Petersburg or Jacksonville. I'm going to stop. Congrats to Young Miami for being on Boss Man D-Lo tour. Now, again, that scamming ad, that song is popular right now. She's going to probably do some City Girl stuff. Okay, I don't know. And then also, hold on. Because she was talking to somebody. Where is it at? Okay, right here. She was talking to somebody, child, and they was asking her, they was being nosy. Okay, they was being nosy, asking her, girl, how much money has it? This is a weird question to ask someone. How much money have you got out of a man? Like, bitch, what?
Okay, so what's the most you done got out of a nigga? Money-wise, please let me know what's up. Boots on the ground. Most out. I need the price. I need the wire transfer. Number, digits, everything. I'm not going to lie. Like, I had a date night. It was like $2.3 million. I ain't even lying. Swear to God on my kids, bitch.
So she say she got $2.3 million out of somebody one evening. Now, we don't know if that means he bought her a car. We don't know if that means he gave her and also 2.3 million in cash is a weird amount. Maybe he gave her $2 million And then I don't know, but 2.3 million is such a random ass number. Like, why not 2.5? Or even 2? Okay. So some folks said, girl, you serious for real? You serious? Who spent that money on you? Where it come from? What'd you do with it? What happened? Did you invest it?
Did you? I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. My ears. I think I did too. Did you say $2.3 million? I'm fucking the wrong niggas, and that's just what it is. I'm fucking the wrong. Okay, so
I also don't want anyone feeling like, yeah, fuck niggas for money. Like I don't feel like the thing, the women, the girls of that's growing up should be thinking, you know what? I gotta fuck with why? Look, do what you do. I'm not knocking anyone's hustle. Okay. Do what you do. Okay. Do what you do. However, no one's response to that should be, I'm fucking the wrong niggas. Man, first of all, we don't know what first of all, no one knows, what she had to do to get to 2.3. I'm saying, like Jaylee, there are many things I would not do for 2.3 mil. And I love money. I do. But I'm not ain't no play around here. I'm not sucking your toes. Like they're just things I'm not going to do. And I feel like once someone has spent or given you 2.3 mil, my thing is not how much did you get. What did you have to do to get that? Like, was that just like a freebie? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never ask someone, hey, what's the most money you ever got out of something? I would say, hey, what's the most you had to do to get the largest amount of payment from someone? Because my question isn't what you got paid. What did you have to do? Because saying 2.3 mil, no man gave you 2.3 mil for free. Okay? No one, even a billionaire, no one gives anyone else 2.3 mil for nothing. Even Beyonce has to put on a whole fucking show to be paid millions by the people over in Dubai. Okay? Even when no people across the border, across the pond, across the river, across the seas have, talent come over to perform for them, they're paid the large amount, but they have to put on a large production. So it ain't just don't look. I ain't trying to be funny. Caresha isn't talented enough where someone say, yeah, girl, here go 2.3 mil for me to see you real fast. She ain't for what? So I feel like you even putting out in the atmosphere that some dude gave you 2.3 mil, it gives off the impression that you was fucking for money. Even if that was a down payment on the fucking. Because if the most you got is 2.3 mil, and if that was for nothing, wouldn't you get more money for fucking? Because if someone pays you $2.3 million for your company, if my company costs 2.3 mil, my pussy costs 10 mil. You know what I'm saying? Because I do the math. If your time for nothing, no head, no sex, no hand job, no nothing, if that costs 2.3 mil, you would need to be paid more to fuck or to suck. Because no one gives money away for free. My reply would have been, enough? How much enough? You should never say an amount. You should never say an amount because putting an amount out there puts out an idea of what you did for it. But to me, Caresha is so fixated on I want a billionaire nigga. I don't want no, and it's like you want people to know if you want me, you gotta pay more. And I'm like, don't do that. Because honestly, telling someone that somebody gave you 2 point, it makes it, yes, that's a lot of money, but it also makes you cheap because you can be bought. And again, I'm not knocking her hustle. Get your money, get paid, you gotta get paid. Absolutely. However, never tell somebody what you've been paid or what you've got. Because the question was, what's the most you done got out of a nigga? What's the most you done got out of a nigga?
Money-wise, please let me know what's up. Boots on the ground. Most out. I need the price. I need the wire transfer. Number, digits, everything. I'm not going to lie. Like, I had a date night. It was like 2.3 million.
I had a date night. 2.3 million. Now, first of all, let's say she's saying the flight costs this amount, the hotel costs this amount, hair, nails, outfit costs this amount, or whatever. That still means at the end of the day, you fuck. Because if someone paid $2 million to spend it on a date night, you fucked at the end of the night. Again, all her response should have been enough, a lot, a whole bunch. Because, you know what I'm saying? You have to learn, keep your business quiet. Because what if the next man want to pay you $5 million, but they know you'll go for 2.3? You just lowered your tax bracket. Because if someone now know you will do whatever for 2.3, so I'm off 2.4. But that's your girl. And again, you know, it's a thing about, again, not knocking how she lives, how she makes money, because she didn't say, I got that money. It was a date night, and that's how much was spent. Now, what is spent on her or what is spent on the eating itself, we don't know. But you should never tell someone what your price is. Okay, now again, we don't know who spent the money. We don't know what she did with the amount of money she got. We don't know. But girl, I really need Caresha to stop thinking like a scammer. Where my scamming ass? Like she still operates like she can be broke tomorrow. But I'm like, that might be because you live in a different life, my love. And sometimes don't live that life. Matter of fact, bitch, first of all, I would have been offended for someone to even ask me that question. No one gonna ask that to Beyonce. No one gonna ask Kelly Rowland. No one gonna ask Michelle, because Michelle is single, because Caresha's single. Okay, no one is gonna ask Keke Palmer, what's the most you got of a nigga? Because she's single. Okay, my point is, no one is going to ask other single Black women in the industry, what's the most you done got of a nigga? They ask her that because she gives off that aura. You have to request and only accept respect. You should respect me too, and to ask me how much the nigga paid me, because I'm not a whore. But I digress. Okay. But that's your friend. That's your friend. Lotto. So y'all know there's been all this stuff. Lotto, and this man, this baby, his wife, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So folks is surprised was why Lotto's out here hanging out with the mamas of 21 Savage kids. Okay, now she in the car, child, right there. Okay, it says a lot up here in the video with the other moms of his children. Okay, after a multi-year narrative that may or may not be true, the 21 is currently married to Kiana, whom he shares children with. Okay, it seems like she and Lotto are okay with each other and showing off their blended families. Okay, Lotto confirmed there are 5 kids in the picture, with her baby apparently being a fifth. The other 4 kids are also in the video as it sees they're one big happy family.
Big mama,
5 kids. What we
1,
missing?
2, 3, 4, 5.
In her bank account, we missing one baby. One baby.
Let's
Her
roll.
crew. One baby missing.
And now she the driver. With no sound, child. So Lotto and the kids, child. Lotto and the child. Look, Lotto said, "Bitch, we together." Okay, me, the kids, the mamas.
What we
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So again, she had her baby. Okay, and folks is like, "Oh Lord, what happened? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened." Child, she like it, so we gotta love it. If he, because I don't know, if she hanging out with that man's wife, and it's the kid and the kids, and it's one big happy family, and he has 5 children, what we gonna say? Maybe it is maybe there's what's it called? Polygamy, not polygamy, polyamory. Polyamory. I have never seen 21 Savage out with anyone, any female. The only female I've ever seen him out with is Lotto. There was one photograph, well, it was a couple photographs of him and her out on a vacation one time. And then, of course, it's the pictures from the baby shower. But I've never seen him with the alleged wife. Never. Never. So again, I'm like, child, I want someone to pull the marriage license. Okay, somebody need to pull the marriage license to one prove he's married, and then if you can't find a divorce decree, then say he's married. But I'm like, child, I have not even seen, a marriage license. I ain't seen him with that wife, alleged wife, and maybe she is just the mama of the kids. I don't know. But Lala said, "Bitch, leave me alone." Tokyo child, somebody get Adam's mama. Okay, Tokyo Tony and Tia Kim have been beefing. Okay, to where Tokyo Tony went to the police station, child, to get to press charges and to get a restraining order.
She's not a friend, but we work together.
Okay, so you know her first and last name?
Yes, I do.
All right.
I don't have her address because she lives in Florida.
So you say you want to file charges?
Charges, yes.
That was it?
No, and a protection order. And I want to put a protection order on my grandkids too. My grandchildren.
Not you want to get a PPO to protect your you don't even see grandkids.
How old are your grandchildren?
They under 13 and 8 or 9.
So for your grandchildren or against your grandchildren?
No, not against, never for them, because she's speaking their name. Listen to, come close. Just come in a little close, because people.
Once y'all, you ever been at work and a crackhead come in? When a crackhead come in your job, say, "Just come here, come close."
Yes. I'm Tokyo Tony, okay? And she doing this shit to dream of Kim Kardashian.
Now, I'm Tokyo Tony. Girl, don't nobody know you. I'm Tokyo Tony. Girl, what do you mean?
You're not going to keep spreading their name and putting them kids in our arguments. So I want to make sure she can't do that either. No more.
Children on strangers?
She's not a friend.
Okay. Are you filing one for yourself as well?
Yes, for me and the two of the kids.
All right, so that'll be a total of 3.
Yes.
Piece orders.
3 piece orders, yes.
There is a $116 fee for each.
Okay.
Come to court. I believe that's going to be I think it's going to be tomorrow morning or either Wednesday.
Tomorrow morning, or okay, it's 116 per order.
Each order.
Okay.
And you're filing on behalf
Of my,
even though they're mentioning them in the conversation, did they say something directly about them
it's
that,
real weird. Like, I'm their auntie. You're not gonna see them. And
so you think she was threatening their lives?
I wouldn't say that, but it's threatening to me to say these people's name and they can't defend themselves.
Oh.
2 children, just keep their fucking name out your mouth. Excuse me, so I didn't say fucking.
All right. How about that? Are you filing one for yourself as well?
Yes, for me and the 2 of them.
Let me gather those documents for you, and then I'll handle it.
Okay, now what about the charges? I want to press charges.
I was getting that too.
Okay.
And for that, you just have to fill out one document.
Yes, sir.
If there's multiple incidents, you
It's
clearly indicate those dates.
Yes.
And addresses where it happened.
Actually, it's all online and on the telephone. It's a lady named Tia Kemp.
Did it happen in, did you say Prince George's County?
Yes,
Okay.
on my phone in Prince George's County.
Okay. And are you shielding your address?
Huh?
Are you shielding your
Oh, no doubt. Because she got 1.2 million people looking for my throat.
Okay.
So let me ask you this. Because of these threats, I'm just going to keep it 100, you the commissioner. I feel very, very threatened. I'm going to go purchase a firearm.
Bitch. What?
I just want you to know.
Let me
Messages.
Look.
Are you fighting stranger?
I feel like going to get a now. First of all, I agree that if you feel like someone's stalking you, that someone's threatening you, you should go get a PPO against them. However, you be threatening people. You be threatening people, and when they respond to you in the same way, you can't be scared to go to the police and get a PPO. You can't do that. You can't do that because there's proof that you did that to her too. So y'all to your mama around there at the police station trying to use your kids as leverage to get a PPO ×3 against Tia Kemp. Girl, I would say, mama, don't mention my children. Okay? You don't have no access to my kids. Tia Kemp don't have no access to my kids. Y'all keep me and my kids out y'all bullshit. Okay, leave me alone. Why are we doing any of this? I don't want to do it. Okay. Child, Chris Brown got an honorary doctorate. Okay. Awarded an honorary doctorate in visual and performing arts. Okay. From Harvard Christian University. Now I feel like they've given a lot of people, I'm gonna Google them. I feel like, is that who keep giving out these honorary doctorates? I just don't understand why. It says Harvard Christian University is a legal and operational entity, but it is not regionally or nationally accredited by the standards of the U.S. So it's a fake ass school. Who didn't get doctors to? I just feel like they keep giving folks doctorates. And for what? Now look, I'm not saying Chris Brown ain't been around a long time and, be doing the things or whatever. And he be performing. He do. But can't no school that's like going to a record store. Okay. I don't know if anyone's around, but if you know a little record store, a little CD, they get CDs, going to Best Buy to get a CD. And Best Buy gives you an honorary record deal. because you've bought so many CDs from the freaking girl. Why y'all giving everybody these degrees? Let me see, because then let's see, Tawanda Braxton honorary doctor. Where did it come from? I'm just nosy. I don't say where it came from. I just feel like I don't want an honorary doctorate degree from anywhere that isn't accredited. I at least want it to be an accredited school, but I feel like anybody saying, "Hey, y'all, we gonna give you a little honorary degree, little doctorate, okay?" To do, because what can I do with it? And to be dressed up in a graduate gown, holding up the piece of paper, and he know now I be Dr. Chris Brown. Child, I just don't want anybody out here thinking, hey, this little fake ass school that isn't accredited gave me a doctorate. Okay, I am a doctor of this and that or that this, and I want you all to respect my authority. It's like, no, it's a fake ass school. It's not accredited. Okay, yeah, because it was Tawanda, Child, Young Jock. I know Trina and her daddy got one somewhere. People giving out honorary doctorates is weird. But I mean, I guess congratulations. And to say I did a thing. No, you didn't. You know, Christopher Maurice Brown, a doctor of psychology, a PhD in visual and performance. What can he do with this degree? They put on a whole fake girl. I think it's up and playing house. It's a Barbie dream house. Don't have Barbie dream houses. Okay. Vivica Fox said, "Let me grow old." Okay. She said, "Leave me alone, ho."
A woman of a certain age, and you know, life changes, the body changes, and you're not going to be the same size that you were when you were 19, 20 years old. But people forget that sometimes, and they can say very mean things to you. But I have to remember, I'm a woman, and I am comfortable in the skin I'm in, flaws and all. So, you know, I'm in a business that, you know, you get judged by your looks constantly, especially if you were like, you know, a hot chick and stuff like that. Sometimes people don't allow you the grace to age, to be normal, to live a little bit, to have children, to look a little bit more mature, to age. To age is a blessing and a beautiful thing. And so if you don't listen to the chatterbox and stay true to who you are and love who you are, you know, it can destroy you. It really can. I'm a woman.
But y'all know at some point she had work done. And I was very upset with Vivica when she messed with her face. I think at some point in her, you know, her 20s, early 30s, people got in her head. And because it was a little bit of time where Vivica looked different. And you can tell she had some nips and some tucks. Okay. And I was mad because I'm like, she's so beautiful. I was upset that she messed with her face. And I'm happy she stopped messing with it. Okay. But she's no longer the same person she was when we first, like when she was in Booty Call, when she was in Independence Day, when she was in all these, let me Google it. You know, so I feel like Vivica Fox has been in so many movies and TV shows for years and years and years. You know, Kill Bill, Juwanna Man, Who Wonderful Fall in Love, Road Trip. Oh, she was introduced to the game. Shout all the things. Getting played, the wrong cheerleader, the wrong friend. Again, she was in Batman and Robin. She was in Batman and Robin. She was Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze, one of the girls. Okay, so Vivica Fox has been acting for years, and anyone who doesn't, she's 61 years old. She'll be 62 next one in July, and she is a woman of a certain age, and I am happy she's now saying, "Let me age gracefully." You can't compare me now at 61 to me back in 1996. That was 30 or over 30 years ago. So let me be, bitch. And I say, let her be. Let her be, bitch. Okay, leave her alone. Lizzo says most celebrity friendships are fake. Okay, the reason I wanted to discuss this really fast is because I feel like even me, at some point I do think we thought that we thought most celebrities were friends. If we saw them in pictures together, we assumed they're friends. Why? Because I saw them in pictures. But I thought that as a kid, as a teenager, whatever. I don't think that anymore. Mainly because I feel like we have to know that as an adult, you're not really making extra friends as an adult. You aren't. And there has to be a point in time when you realize, hey, we're coworkers, we are work friends, and I think a lot of people in the industry are work friends. And when we start thinking, oh, they beefing because they was hanging out when they did a song together, now they not hanging. It's like, no, they weren't friends. They were working together. You know what I'm saying? And if you see them take a picture together, it does not mean they're friends. And sometimes it's a fake friendship. It's a friendly work friendship, meaning if we are at events, we're familiar. Okay, if we are at a movie screening, we're familiar. However, you're not at my house. You don't have my direct phone number. We're not like texting each other. I don't know your middle name. I don't know your family. And Lizzo saying, in the industry, they're fake friendships. And I don't even feel like they're fake friendships. I think we, the people watching, think they're friends. I think they, as colleagues, are friendly. And they play into the friendship. And the only reason I thought about that is because people got my saying Jay-Z and Diddy are friends. And I was like, but have I ever seen Diddy and Jay-Z together outside of a work event? Have I ever seen Beyonce and Jason Lee in the same room outside of some kind of entertainment event? And I'm like, no. And that's why for most entertainers, you don't really see them with their real friend because you're not really posting. You're not posing for pictures all the time with your friend because bitch, I'm chilling. But if it's an event, sure, picture. So I'm like, a lot of things, I don't think it's really fake. I think it is a work thing. Like at my job, when we have events, you will see me laughing with the coworkers and with other people in management. However, I'm not talking to motherfuckers afterwards. They're not my friends. I don't have any friends at work. I have coworkers I'm cool with, I'm cordial with, but I don't see myself. I don't have friends at work at my current job. I don't have any enemies either, but I'm like, they're work people. And that's it. I don't, girl. Okay, the flip by. Okay, but again, Lizzo, I agree. Also, Lizzo was accused of copying Cardi's rollout strategy, And I thought that was stupid. You know, she did, because somebody said Lotto, Caresha, Lizzo, shit, Drake. Summer Walker and Kalani took a page out of Cardi 25 rollout. And it's evident they won't give credit, but her impact is undeniable. I'm like, now, bitch, what do you mean? Okay. Lizzo, hold up now, hold the fuck up, bitch. Okay, I publicly said Cardi's rollout changed the game and that I'm inspired by it. She's one of the reasons I'm going so hard now. I'm not speaking for anyone else because I don't know if they tea, but me, I definitely took notes. And I feel like that's a stupid thing to say because Cardi copied Beyonce's tour. So people get influenced when they see something that works, and you should use it to better yourself. You should use it to make sure yourself makes it too. If Beyonce had a full show and how she did shit and all that, yeah, let me have it be entertaining. If Cardi had a full rollout, do a lot of promo herself, a lot of stuff promotion, you should do that. Bitch is free. You know? So I think people are sometimes stupid. You know, Cardi's rollout is no different than how shit was done back in the day. No different. If you think that back in the day, rappers were not selling their tapes in the back of their cars outside, that's how stuff used to be done. Things changed because of technology, but Cardi just went back to the old school of promoting. The hook, okay. Drake react to surpassing Michael Jackson for most Billboard #1 hits by solo male artists. He posted this picture and said, neck broke from carrying the chain, back broke from carrying the game, records broken, carry on my name, carry on, carry on. Now, first of all, I feel like Michael Jackson has been dead for, when did Michael Jackson die? When did Michael Jackson die? Michael Jackson died in 2009. Okay, how many years ago was that? That was 17 years ago. So the way and how people sold albums when Michael was alive is nothing like it is now. It's easier to sell stuff now. Okay, you didn't. Ain't nobody going out and standing in line to buy a Drake album at all. And again, if Michael has been dead for 17 years, his music still charts to this day. So you maybe have, you're broken the record for the most hot #1s. Michael ain't made music in 17 years. You should break his record. He ain't made shit. And you keep making music that goes to #1, even if it's shitty. There are many Michael Jackson 5 songs that to this day is a bop that we remember and that we will play. Drake don't have that. Drake having #1s does not mean in 20 years we're playing this song at the cookout. But if PYT come on, bitch, we dancing. Child, when Butterfly come on, oh God, oh you got to, girl. If keeping the is any Michael Jackson song come on in 2030, we bobbing and weaving and having a good time with the party. There are not many Drake songs that we just is on our mind to play forever and a day later. Drake be having hot songs when the album first come out, maybe for a month or so. There's no Dirty Diana, no. Dirty Diana, no. Okay. It's weird. I would never want to do that. Now there are artists like to me, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Janet Jackson. Those are the three artists that pop up to me that I'm like, in 20 years, if Dangerously in Love come on, I'ma sing it. If Rhythm Nation come on, I'ma sing it. Okay. If All With My Baby come on, I'ma sing it. There are songs from other artists who may not have all these number ones and whatever. However, their music will stand the test of time. To me, that's what makes a great artist. If 30 years after you've made something, it still is memorable and has songs that play that people love to hear. You know, yeah, no one said, hey man, go put on that Drake. No one gets up on a Saturday morning and start cleaning up the house and, hey man, play that. No, I might play some Anita Baker. I might play some Michael Jackson. I might play some Prince. I might play them from the Isley Brothers. You know, Drake trying to celebrate his wins really makes him a loser. Because Drake, name 5 songs that we would still love to play in 20 years. Sade, you know, Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know, Frankie Beverly and Maze. You know what I'm saying? I feel like no, and that's how you know Drake is a lame. That's how we know he lame, because yes, you match Billboard #1 hits. Cool, fine. But how many of those #1 hits will be hits played in 30 years? That's the get you gotcha. It's easy these days for some artists to get #1s. But how many artists who had these #1s, those songs have stood the test of time? How many? So fuck you, Drake. We don't care. Blueface says single mamas who need child support should just give custody over to the dad. He said, if you have a kid and you need child support, you should probably just let the person who can best support the child have custody. You're clearly not fit. A couple thousand a month ain't gonna better your situation, even for the kid. And I'm like, nigga, what? And his notion made all the single, unfortunate baby mamas mad. You shouldn't have a kid if you can't afford it. That's like getting a car with a note you know you can't pay. Dumbass. Now, first of all, comparing a baby. Now look. No one should have a baby they can afford. However, a baby takes 2 people to create. You're paying child support because you are half responsible for the fucking baby, bitch. If I buy a car, now look, I've said before a lot of times, I've said when people give me taxes back, right? And they go and buy a car. Okay, they go and buy a car. However, they know I don't have no job. So I can't afford gas, I can't afford insurance, I can't afford maintenance, I can't afford car order and whatever. You should never get a bill that you can afford on a regular basis. But that's different than a baby. Because a baby is a joint effort. So trying to compare a baby to a car note is stupid. Because most men are paying child support because they're not with the mom and they have to contribute to the household. Now, if you want me to give you the baby, bitch, I might say fine. But will you raise the baby right? You know, so I just had to always remind y'all, Blueface probably was born from Africa. You know, no pre-cum. He's a pre-cum baby. Hey, Blueface brain operates from pre-cum, the pre-cum for the brain cells. So I'm like, nigga, shut up. Okay, you barely made it. You was barely born. Okay, he aggravates me. I had posted about Meek Mill being upset with LeBron and Nike about you know, he made a post saying, I can't believe Nike went and did that. I can't believe Nike went and did the dream, the nightmare thing. And the reason I was like, wait a minute. You know, why wouldn't he have already, you know, trademarked the shit? So when I seen people post the dream, the nightmares trademark, I said, wait a minute, it says pending. I said, why does it say pending? Because as a person who has a trademark, pending means it's not approved. And I'm like, Dreams and Nightmares came out years ago. And I took myself to the trademark website, because I'm nosy, and I pulled up the trademark for Dreams and Nightmares. I said, why did he not trademark that shit until last week? It say pending. A trademark takes about at least 6 months to a year to be approved. So when you see someone complaining about, oh, why would Nike gonna just take my whole brand and mash it up with LeBron? What is this? I'm like, what brand? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you have a brand, if you are creating something, if you don't trademark it, you can't be upset if someone else takes it and makes something with it. You didn't trademark, and you only had an album that was out 14 years ago. No one has to holler at you because you made an album called Dream the Nightmares 14 years ago, and that's one of your songs from 14 years prior, but you never trademarked nothing. I need folks to stop being dumb. Okay? Be a little bit smarter. Prayers for Monica, y'all. Her daddy died. I forgot to mention it earlier. Monica's father passed away recently. So prayers to Monica. Burping. She was at a show and he had been sick and she was at a show.
But you just know you gotta let go sometimes. You know, the doctor said today that it was nothing else they could do for my dad.
And that was over the weekend. So he had been in the hospital. He passed away. So may he rest in peace. Again, prayers out to Monica. She had posted a few pictures of them over the years after announcing that he passed away. And she looked like him, honestly. So again, prayers for her family. Because she has a brother. I know she's a brother. So again, prayers to Monica. Lost her daddy. You know what I'm saying? So sad. Okay, he's look you around now. Okay, and whatnot. I think because Angel she had a brother. I feel like she got a brother, but maybe she ain't showing a brother. Oh, that's her brother. Okay, so again, prayers to Monica and the family. The loss of her daddy. Very, very, very sad, child. But why am I not over? Why, child? Why she twerking? I said, Monica, why you twerking? But maybe she had to twerk a little bit to feel good, okay? But I'm like, it ain't not near Monica's song I think I should hear that she should be twerking on. But again, we love Monica. Because what's left, child? I gotta get to the peoples. I did Lizzo. Where Ray J at? Let me look at Ray J. Who the fuck let Ray J out? One child, I said, why he fighting?
So he was just talking shit. Okay. Oh wow. He was playing.
Who let Ray J loose and said, hey, go box?
I told you.
But I think he's doing this for like
I felt it.
And he got knocked out. Okay, now, first of all, I say, why is someone named Super Hot Fire? That's weird. But Ray J was out here fighting, got knocked out, had a whole knot on his head, child, gut out, hair halfway blind. Why they barefoot? Why they barefoot? Ray J, child, not knotted up. That man's whole face is knotted up. Now, first of all, no one should be fighting because it's dangerous. Okay, if you're not a boxer, maybe you don't do it. You know, and I don't understand who said yes. That's the thing to do. Yes, Ray J with the bad heart, and whatnot, should go box. I don't know why that happened. Weird. Okay. I also didn't watch it, but I saw it on one thing. Now, after he got knocked out, okay, now you're up in the hospital. Now, first of all, Ray J, get your ass up. Because who took the pictures? Okay. Who did Ray J and them hire to come up in the hospital to take the pictures? Okay.
Yeah, didn't feel good, it's all bad. Yeah, didn't feel good, it's all bad. Yeah.
I was playing.
I just don't understand, you know, how we got here. You know, he's up in the hospital now because if you have heart failure, I don't think you're supposed to be boxing anybody. Yeah, and the knife made him look like Martin. He had a whole heart condition. I was like, who is letting Ray J loose? Who decides things for Ray J? Okay, I just need someone to tell that man, go sit the fuck down. Okay, you do not need to be out here boxing anybody. You should not be barefoot. Because they ain't barefoot like usually MMA stuff. Is it an MMA fight? I'm just confused on why any of this happened. But y'all, get him the fuck out of my face. Okay? Cardi B made history. Unlike Drake, hers matters. Cardi B made history after sweeping the hip-hop category at the AMAs. The AMAs came on either Sunday or Monday. Because Queen Latifah hosted, but I didn't care. Because I was like, I don't care. But Cardi won. She won Best Female Hip Hop Artist, Best Hip Hop Album, and Best Hip Hop Song for Every Time. I love Every Time. Bitch, I love the song.
Thank you so much for giving me 3 awards tonight. Best Female Rapper, Best Hip Hop Song, and Best Hip Hop Album. Thank you so much. And I promise you, not only am I going to attend next year, I'm going to perform. That's word to everything. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. Thank you so much. Please send my award to my house. Don't send it to my mom's house because she be keeping my awards and be putting it in her living room or whatever. What a great day. The Knicks is going to the motherfucking finals. I won 3 awards. So what's next? Stay tuned. Love you, Barty Gang. I love you, everybody. Bye.
So congrats to Cardi. Okay, a good time. A good time. And when I seen who were performing, I feel like once I saw that the Pussycat Dolls, I said the Pussycat Dolls. I said the Pussycat Dolls. I guess so. Anyway, but again, yeah, she won. No Sound Child. Again, she won for Best Hip Hop Song Every Time. Album for All the Drama and My Drama, and then Best Female Hip Hop Artist. I know Nicki Minaj at home punching the fucking air, bitch. Just swinging. Knocking the air out, okay? How does she dress like Lil Bo Peep? I don't know. Cardi B exposing Tasha K. Okay, this Tasha K, Cardi B, not beef, court debacle. Okay, look, this is the thing. Cardi B is going after Tasha's husband. I'm gonna put it all out in layman's terms, okay? Cardi B is going after Tasha's husband because Cardi B is alleging that after the judgment came down and Tasha K lost, Tasha and her husband was working in cahoots. Okay? In cahoots. And some of the entities that was under Tasha K, some of the property that was under Tasha K, it went up under the husband. Okay. Again, bitch, I want your head. I'm coming for you. Okay. So Cardi B filed a new federal lawsuit in South Florida targeting Tasha K's husband. I think his name was pronounced Chikna? Mr. Healy. Okay. And Yellen Entertainment over unpaid defamation because she's saying the money that Tasha was making, she no longer had it up under her, it's now up on her husband and this new company. Okay. She claims assets and income were moved through the new companies and accounts to avoid collection after the original Georgia judgment. Because again, if my judgment is with Tasha K, and if she's no longer the breadwinning person, if all other stuff is under her husband entity, even though she's the talent and it's really her stuff, then I'm getting stiffed. Okay. Lawsuit alleges like Yellen Entertainment over operations connected to Kiwi Studios, because Kiwi Studios is Tasha K's stuff. So if her husband is Yellen, she's Kiwi. And if your husband took over operations of your stuff, but not taking on the debt from your stuff, that's illegal. Okay. All of Hart entered the chapter on bankruptcy. Cardi team argued the case did not protect third parties accused of helping move assets. Because what Tasha K said in the beginning, when you go through a bankruptcy, they ask you all these questions. And so if you moved stuff and then tell anyone you moved stuff, you can say no. You can say no, I didn't move anything. I didn't move nothing. And they may not look into all of that. They can take your word for it. They can look and see, what kind of happened or whatever. But if they find out, oh, you move stuff from point A to point B, bitch, pay me my money. Okay? Cardi is asking the court to free transfers and impose a constructive trust and legally connect Yellen Entertainment to Kiwi Studios in order to collect the judgment. Because again, if Yellen, her husband company, just took over ownership of everything Tasha K was doing, they should also get the debt. And Cardi B is like, bitch, I see you. Now, do I believe it happened? There was like paperwork showing this going on that Cardi B team has done. Okay. She filed a lawsuit on May 6th. And they put forth different so I have it. They put forth a whole bunch of evidence on it. It was contracts, conversation. I know for a fact that at least one home was transferred from Tasha K's name to the husband. So it's not like what Cardi B is saying didn't happen. Cardi B saying this happened, now hold her accountable. They move stuff, they transfer stuff. The new company should be held accountable and liable for Tasha's debt. Child, Tasha K is going to be forever in debt. And that's so sad because all you had to do, the only thing they asked of you was, hey, take that shit down. Okay? Take that shit down. And you didn't do it. You didn't do it. And now they are accusing you of not only hiding money, but you transfer property, you transfer corporation, you transfer things to your husband's new company to avoid paying me. Girl, I don't play with the feds, with the courts, with the bankruptcy people. I'm not playing with none of the people. None of them. None of them, bitch. Not today, okay? So Cardi is on that ass. Cardi is on that ass. Hold on. We gotta do Kevin. What's left, y'all? What's left? Because we're at 2.5 hours. We're at 2.5 hours, okay? I have to do Kevin. I did Lotto. I gotta do Amanda. And Kevin, which y'all guys want to be sure. Let's do Amanda Seals. So, look, child, y'all know I used to support Amanda Seals. I liked her. I felt like she was misunderstood. I felt like sometimes she was getting a bad rap. But I realized sometimes she put her foot in her mouth. And it just doesn't make anything better. I also feel like for me, when there are things I don't care about, I don't know about, whatever, I don't even come and discuss it. Because for what? So while on her live or somewhere, I don't know where, folks was asking her about, Cheyenne Bryant and the fake doctor. And this is what she said.
Why are you all so obsessed about Cheyenne Bryant? I'm beginning to think that this is a bot thing.
Not a bot thing. No, people are actually upset. Have you not seen all the think pieces of real people, not just bots?
Why are you so obsessed about this? Like, okay, she lied. I can see if she lied and harmed people, but she was on my podcast and she was brilliant. I think it's fucked up that she lied. And then that's that. The need to, if y'all went this hard against Kamala Harris.
I know Kamala home now wait a minute now.
So now why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See, I get wrong because you never. Now why she bringing me up?
For supporting a genocide, then what would that would matter to me? There's no match. I don't need to have some type of debate with Cheyenne Bryant. At the end of the day, for some reason, she felt like she needed to lie about credentials. I don't know why. I think part of the reason is because we live in a world where we act like credentials is what determines somebody's effectiveness across the board.
And that's not true. Okay. However, if you are calling yourself a doctor and putting yourself in the world of therapy, if you are trying to convince people that you have the accolades of a doctor or a PhD, you can't do that. I have no issue with someone saying, I have gained knowledge and self-experience. So I did a little bit of school. And so I know things. And so I am a life coach, a self-help coach, and blah, blah, blah. I don't mind that. I don't think that anyone with a degree is better than. However, if you're calling yourself a doctor in the realm of doctorness, okay, in the realm of any doctorness, yes, the degree matters. I don't want someone who has not graduated with a degree as a fucking doctor to do my pap smear. I don't want a person who doesn't know how to read a mammogram to do my mammogram. I don't want someone who does not have the academic requirements of being a fucking licensed therapist to try to be my therapist. If you want to call yourself a life coach because you know what you know, fine. Fine. Yeah. I don't expect Dr. Dre to help to do heart surgery on me. I don't expect that at all. Cheyenne was trying to make herself look like a actual doctor of psychology and was trying to be a fucking therapist. So to say, you know, people look at degrees as, yes, we do. When you put yourself on that shelf, okay? If I have a shelf of donuts, a shelf of oranges, and a shelf of water, I don't want the orange on the shelf of water. You're not water. I need water. I don't want citrus. You're not water. Yes, I can drink you if I squeeze you, cool, but I want water. If I want donuts and not fruit, don't put the fucking fruit on, you know, it's different levels. It's different levels. That's the issue. And the fact that Amanda is so smart and she doesn't see why folks are upset, it shows you just want to be against shit.
And in some respects, it is absolutely necessary. And in her respect, it actually wasn't necessary for her to do the work that she does. That being said, I just don't care. I don't care. She was on my podcast and she was incredible.
She can be entertaining. Fine. However, she lied.
I don't care.
And again, you don't have to care. But when you don't care, you should not also toss out comparisons to compare. Because if you don't care, you don't care.
I think it sucks, and I think it was not smart, and I think that at the end of the day, there are people who work really hard to get doctorates. There are also people who call themselves doctor when they get an honorary doctorate, and I don't think that's much different.
And they should not. Not in the way of, I'm a doctor, I can treat you.
I don't think it's much different. Maya Angelou was walking around calling herself Dr. Maya Angelou. She didn't complete a doctorate.
I know. Child, let me see. Dr. Maya Angelou. Okay. She was an American a memorist, essayist, poet. So you saying she wasn't around here. She wasn't around here trying to doctor nobody. It says Maya is called doctor because she received over 50 honorary doctorate degrees from universities worldwide. Although she never attended college, she chose to use the title to reflect her immense contribution to literature, civil rights, and education as a form of sign of respect. She wasn't telling anyone, hey, guys, hello, people. I am Dr. Maya Angelou. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that. It's because she had acquired all of and she never falsely made it seem like she had one. That's the difference. I don't mind anyone saying, I have an honorary doctorate for these things. So I'm Dr. So-and-so and so-and-so, but no one is faking a doctorate for it.
Some university gave her a doctorate. Which university was it? Was it Spelman? I think it was Spelman.
I Googled it, said she had over 50 honorary doctorates. Okay. And I feel like she worked her ass off. She's a celebrated poet, memorist. Is it memorist? Because it's a memoir. and civil rights activist. She's best known for a groundbreaking 1969 autobiography, I Know What the Jaybirds Sings, and for iconic poetry. So, like, she did the work. You know what I'm saying? She did the actual work. Yeah, she built that shit brick by brick. So after she said this shit and people got pissed off, child, she then got upset at folks for being upset with her.
I'm so done with y'all. I'm done with this fucking internet. I'm done with sharing my thoughts. Fuck you.
Now, what I do?
Literally. The fact that I have been harassed for the duration of this Cheyenne Bryant shit to talk about it, only to then have an actual conversation about it, which I said, it's fucked up that she lied. It is not okay that she lied. I'm also not going to throw her away. Y'all want me to throw people away, but you don't think it's okay when people are throwing folks like Cori Bush away. So now I have this abolitionist heritage site. This person did several swipes. I'm so done with y'all. This person did several swipes about how I'm fucked up and I'm not standing on business for not saying that, for not wanting to throw away Cheyenne Bryant. Like, and I'm going to keep saying what I said, which is, it is fucked up that she lied. She also was great on my podcast. Now someone's here saying, but you threw Kamala away. How are you comparing a vice president that supports and continues to get behind genocide and Zionism with a lady who is a life coach? How? And someone said, take a social media break. Here's the thing. I don't need a social media break. Y'all need a social media break. This person did several swipes. Because when I'm in the world, I don't have these issues. I literally just left Ohio yesterday and had a beautiful time with the folks at the Black Expo. A great time. It's y'all that are stuck here in this social media nonsense that are just turning over constant opinions that are not based in actual fact, but are presented as if they're the only option. Like, y'all need a break.
Child, I'm like, she consistently mentions Kamala, and a part of me is pissed at her for how she rallied against Kamala during the election. And now look at us. You know, so I feel like there's a difference in you saying, this is my opinion, I don't care. This is my opinion. If you don't care, you have to know people are going to have comments back to you. So if you think they need a break, maybe you do too. Because if you had a great time somewhere else, and if someone, you know, made a long post about you, girl, but that's your girl. Okay. She's a little bit crazy. Now, sometimes I rock with her, but most times I'm like, girl, just stop. Please just stop. Leave it alone. Okay. I think all we have left, K. Michelle and Kevin Hart. Okay. So child, there go Kevin Hart right there. And okay, I'm sorry, I just want to be sure it's two things. I'm doing a quick thing on Kevin Hart. So I was gonna get deep into the weeds of it all, but I'm not because it's midnight here. Okay, and I got 15 minutes. We at 2:45. You know, the Kevin Hart roast that happened on Netflix, where the one dude did George Floyd joke, and of course, folks was upset. Okay, the dude Tony Hinchcliffe caught backlash for doing a George Floyd joke. Hold on.
It's true he lost his gig hosting the Academy Awards because of some homophobic tweets, but you'd be homophobic too if you were eye level with everyone's cock. He got into a fist fight on a private plane.
I want to skip all that.
Still just gonna act like ninjas.
Because I want to get fired by YouTube.
He's a black comedian from Philadelphia, and like Bill Cosby, women don't know when Kevin is inside of them. Though, Kevin, the black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
So, what I heard the joke, my issue was, so you saying that George Floyd is in hell and he can't breathe. Whatever. So that joke angered a lot of people. My thought always was, you know, we know a roast is supposed to be to go off. It's harsh jokes. You're roasting a person. I always feel like you roast that person. You know, they crack jokes about Kevin's dead mama. They crack jokes about Kevin's dead daddy. Those are Kevin's dead relatives. You know, but I feel like George Floyd has nothing to do with Kevin Hart. Also, George Floyd didn't just die one day. You know, he was killed. You know, Kevin mama died. Kevin daddy died. Kevin's parents weren't murdered. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like comedians do have to be comedians. Okay, they tell jokes sometimes they go too far. However, my point was it was a very distasteful joke. It wasn't funny because to me, people being murdered aren't funny. Like it isn't. And I heard folks say somebody cracked a Charlie Kirk joke. Fuck him, but I don't think you should do that either. You know, I feel like joking about people who were murdered are not funny. Like that ain't a joke at all. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thought process. Was again, you should not joke about people who were murdered or folks who can, because they joked about Cheryl Underwood's husband who committed suicide. Suicide ain't funny. You know, so I feel like if you can't crack jokes about either live people, or if you're going to crack a dead person joke, the dead person should be somebody directly connected to the person you're roasting. That's it. And I'm like, George Floyd had nothing to do with Kevin Hart. And then the joke was joking about how he was murdered. That isn't funny. And the whole he's looking up, which emphasizes he's in hell. Okay. So folks were upset. Now again, I heard the guy had a good set before that joke. I didn't watch it. Okay. However, folks also felt like Kevin had a chance to take out certain jokes. They could have edited it out or whatever, and they chose not to. So Kevin had been getting his backlash, you know, since it happened. So Kevin was on the Breakfast Club just recently. Well, I think it was either today or yesterday. I can't remember what day it was. Okay. And they was not, I can't play it because, you know, the Breakfast Club was real funny acting. Kevin, to me, was first trying to defend the joke.
Tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it.
And I'm like, nigga. Okay. Before he said that part of it being a distasteful joke, he like, I didn't write the joke. I didn't say the joke. Why y'all mad at me? He kept trying to pass the buck off to point being a roast is supposed to be harsh and all. I fully get that. I know that. However, the fact that you can't comprehend why folks are upset. He also mentioned they joked about his dead mama, their daddy. Yo, they weren't killed. They weren't murdered. We didn't watch your mom and dad die and beg to breathe. We didn't watch them be murdered. So I feel like Kevin Hart's decision to come, and again, we know he didn't say the joke. It wasn't his joke. However, it's your event. You produced it. You put it on. And at one point, he said within an interview of, you know, Netflix and me, we partnered to have a successful roast, and we did that. If you think it was successful, cool. However, you can also acknowledge that one joke was distasteful. And you could have easily said that a long time ago, bitch. You didn't have to come on here and be so defensive about it. And he did bring up how he called Steven Jackson, who was close with George Floyd. And he apologized or whatever. And I'm like, cool, you reached out to the person it affected, cool. But when Lauren brought up how she talked to George Floyd's brother, who said he didn't like it, for Kevin to bypass that family of George Floyd didn't like it, for him to go, well, I talked to Steven. Fuck Steven, and not in any way. But again, to not be acknowledging, you know why folks are upset. If you can say eventually it was distasteful, that should be it. That should be it. And it was aggravating that he made a decision to kind of sort of defend the joke. Okay. So after the interview aired, and he said what he said, of course, clips of it made the rounds, and folks still had a problem with what he said. And he said, we are living in crazy times. Truth no longer matters, and it's pretty damn funny. Nobody does research. Everyone just assumes and runs with the narrative of clickbait. Even when the proof is right in the front of your face, most will forever choose the lazy road of assumption. Even when I clearly say that comics are comics and comics operate on their own. Nobody controls the comedian. Comedians do what they want and how they want. It's that simple. The rules to being a comedian are understood by all comedians. Cool. But the fact that you still choose to run that narrative is crazy to me, because no one's disagreeing with it. No one's saying, oh, Kevin, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. But to ignore why people are upset is the equivalent of white people not understanding why Black people were upset when folks were being murdered in the streets on cameras. Well, I don't get why they're upset. Cops be cops. Cops, I'm saying, it's the same thing to me. When folks did not get why they're so mad. Why does Black Lives Matter? That should be common sense. So for your response to be comedians like comedians, it's the same thing as someone saying, well, Black folks shouldn't be pissed because we see folks being killed all the time. It's like, what the fuck do you mean? Trying to fight against the narrative just to preserve the space you now hold in Hollywood is stupid, because your audience is Black people. It's stupid. And again, no one's saying that Kevin had to say, you know what, y'all, I'm sorry for what Tony did, is my fault. No. But just acknowledging, I get why people are upset. That was a distasteful joke. It wasn't needed. You know what? I wish I would have said, hey, cut that out of the broadcast. But to kind of stronghold yourself to this, oh, well, yeah, it is what it is. So it's like, nigga, we should just punch you in the throat. So Kevin Hart to me is a letdown. Kevin Hart to me failed at damage control because there's a way for you to be able to not say it's my fault, to not make it seem as if you told the joke, but to just not acknowledge you know exactly why we're pissed. And to say it with the paper means you know it was wrong. And they did ask him in a different part of the interview they asked him if he saw the jokes before, and he said he didn't. Now, there's a difference between saying, hey, did you see everyone's full set of what they would say? And you said no, versus I approve the majority of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Kevin in this interview was, wading in the water about accountability. They also asked him about, two employees who filed a lawsuit against him for being fired. He went, well, I'm the boss. He said, I'm the head honcho, right? I hire people that run the day-to-day. And if I'm the CEO and the president, I don't have any idea of the goings-ons in the lower levels of the company. I have people in place that does that. And if something's going on, it only gets to me if it's bad. And so it was his way of saying people want to hold me accountable for everything that goes on under my umbrella. And if two people want to sue for wrongful termination or whatever the reason was, he was like, no, once it gets to me, it's bad enough where I have to probably make a decision because whoever else did not know what to do. And he said, if we have staff there working as podcasters, but they're not really creating any revenue, they're not getting any viewership, and we're just putting money into it, why would we keep them on staff? And I said, well, that's true. But his point in explaining it was, if I'm the head honcho and I'm the CEO, and I have managers, and these people are 13 steps below me, why am I to blame because someone got fired? Because you are the head honcho. Even at my job, no one can be fired without our CEO being aware. So eventually something's going on, and you do have to make that determination to fire them. So Kevin tries, in my opinion, to skirt around shit, because when they asked him about him approving jokes or seeing the jokes ahead of time, he said, no, I didn't see the right joke. The whole time we were all there and everyone was doing a set, and then we would all leave so that no one knew what someone was going to say, blah, blah, blah. He said, but I did not see everyone's jokes ahead of time. He said, I did not do that. I don't know if that does not mean that if there was an offensive joke, if they say, hey, you didn't see all of their full sets. However, there are these 15 jokes that may be said yes or no. But again, that ain't what she asked him. So I hope Kevin realizes Because at one point he said when they complained about him, downsizing at his production company and how sometimes he isn't there. And he said, so y'all want me to come to work when I'm supposed to be shooting Jumanji? Because I'm the top dog, but I'm also talent. So he said I put people in place so that way it can run even when I'm not there. And that part I get. No one wants to have a company where they have to come to work every day. You do want to be able to trust people to run the business on days you can't be there. Because I know our CEO ain't always there. I've been gone from work since last week. Okay. So yeah, you do want there to be people in place to help run shit, but you also don't want folk to feel like you're the head honcho, you don't care. Because you have other folks there. So to me, Kevin's, damage control failed because he pushed too hard against everyone else is wrong, and this is why. I'm the big boss, so sometimes I won't be there. I have to downsize. Now, he also brought up downsizing because it's too much overhead. I don't need 3 offices. I don't need 80 people. I don't need 80. I need 40. That's smart business, in my opinion. Okay. But I'm like, girl, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kevin, girl, he failed in my opinion. Okay. Now, lastly. Yeah, he should have absolutely kept his mouth shut. Okay.
Shut your mouth. Okay?
Hold on. Because I feel like even though it is 12:23 and you done brought your monkey ass in the chat, go suck a dick. A sick one. A dirty one. An infested one. Okay? Gargle on it. And choke. And fester. Because what did you here for, ho? Why are you here? Okay? Are you here to be an asshole? I assume so, bitch.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't thinking about it.
She is a goddamn liar. She is a motherfucking liar, is what she is.
And you a she, Rick Davis. Okay? Fuck you. Fuck Nicki Minaj. Period. Okay? Suck a sick penis on any given Thursday, bitch. I'm like, now who the fuck you talking to? Many young girls will have early pregnancy due to admiring her. Bitch, how old was your grandma when she got pregnant? How old was your mama? Little hoe. I synced it and I said today. Okay. Anyway, lastly, the K Michelle. Now, K Michelle was saying, oh, where is it at? She was on Watch What Happens Live discussing her ex, right?
You alleged that Portia slept with your ex.
She did.
Okay. You tweeted that recently in the middle of the night.
African eggs.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm sitting there the whole time. Imagine someone's bringing you into a group and you're sitting there and they're like, I love you so much. And the whole time, the last man that I was publicly around, they even thought I married him and not my husband. The last man that I was publicly around, you're sitting up there and you're screwing him right now. And, you're telling him about me and my business. And when I call, you're showing him that I'm calling. I don't.
So You know, this season of Housewives of Atlanta has been kind of crazy. You know, Kay accusing Portia of banking her most recent ex. Now, I want to make something clear. No one knew who Kay's ex was. We rarely have ever seen Kay out with anybody. And I feel like K Michelle trying to put on this front that, oh, everyone knew about this ex of mine because I was with him. But who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is he? So Millie Chun, who is a content creator, reached out to Nash. Okay? Because on the most recent episode, both K Michelle and Portia admitted it was this guy named Nash. Nash is a guy that K Michelle dated on Queen's Court. You know, and Millie Chung did a video about it on her TikTok, and she showed the conversations between them. Okay, her asked about an interview was supposed to do, it got postponed, but still coming through. He said how he's super shocked to be referred to as an ex, meaning why is she calling me her ex? Okay, and when Millie Chung said, I feel like that right because she's new to the show. Portia has been on the show. That's why she keeps saying it's not her show. He said, yep, she's trying to find buzz. Millie Chung asked, did you tell Kay that Portia wanted how? I need Millie Chung to spell these names right. Did you tell Kay that Portia wanted to go public and Portia said, why do I always end up talking to someone's ex? That's what she said. He said, again, the Lulu. That's not how that went. She ran with the story in her head. I said, child, not the one in her head. He then said, stop worrying about what an ex is doing. He said it definitely, he said it did not overlap, meaning there was no overlapping between Kay and Portia. And she and Portia were never friends prior to Housewives of Atlanta. So I feel like Nash having a conversation with Millie Chung, trying to say, I wasn't an ex. Yeah, Kay didn't choose the man. I think, because what, didn't she pick that white man? Okay. So him saying all of this and saying, I don't know why I'm being called an ex. I don't think him and Kate were ever seen publicly together at all. You can't call someone you dated on a dating show your ex. You didn't pick him, and y'all were never seen out in public after that. Hey, we barely saw you do a fucking hug anywhere. So he kind of is exposing Kate by saying she's being fucking messy. He's being messy. Now, Kay then went and posted snippets of conversation. I'm like, are y'all recording conversations, girl?
5 years.
You're gonna be mad at me for 5 years, and I didn't even tell everything. I didn't even do that.
You don't need to tell nothing. 5 years.
You're gonna be mad at me for 5 years, and I didn't even tell everything. I didn't even do that.
You don't need to tell nothing. 5 years.
Now, Kay, is this all she posted? Let me go to Twitter. That's not even nothing. Hold on. Boom.
You're gonna be mad at me for 5 years.
5 years.
You're gonna be mad at me for 5 years, and I didn't even tell everything. I didn't even do that.
You don't need to tell nothing. 5 years.
Why is K Michelle calling this man? Girl, hold on.
Friend, this is what it is. taught me something. I said, well, Kate, there's something I need you to know. Portia is my friend. This is what it is. I just want to keep you in the know. I was actually looking out for you. I was actually, like, so you don't just go out there looking blind like you don't know what's going on. That taught me something. I said, well, Kate, there's something I need you to know. Portia is my friend. This is what it is. I just want to keep you in the know. I was actually looking out for you. I was actually, like, so you don't just go out there looking blind like you don't know what's going on. That taught me something. I said, well, Kate.
I also don't trust people who post 10 seconds here, 11 seconds here, 15 seconds here. If you really want to prove your point, post the whole thing. Post the whole thing. If he even said, I told you I'm for the Portia, I will let you know because that ain't no K girl, you losing. You losing, K. And you losing. You losing. You losing. Because again, 15 seconds here, 11 seconds here, that is 26 seconds. That is 26 seconds. And to me, what that proves is if he's saying one thing to you, okay, if he's saying something else to me, John, if he's saying something else to Portia, what that means is he's not even credible. So why are you trying to beef about a nigga who ain't credible? Why? If he told you something that he's now backtracking, and again, he ain't in none of this, he's not saying in none of this that we was together. I told you I love you, Kate. I want to be with you. It's none of that. It's none of that. K Michelle, you are losing the battle because you're trying to play damage control. You're trying to play damage control because on the show you played all your cards too early. And that's not smart. So there's supposedly an interview he's going to do that will be released eventually. I'm not sure when. Of his, I guess, his point of view. I don't know. But again, if you see he told you one thing, he told Portia something, he's now talking to Big John, and if none of it adds up to whatever actually happened, why are you believing him in whatever he said that Portia said? At all. And Portia's whole point was, while I dated him, I wasn't your friend. And y'all weren't together. So what does it matter? And even if now I was messing around with him and I knew you were coming on here, and if he then, what I think happened, I think he was messing with Portia, and he probably mentioned, because, it leaked that K Michelle was going to be on the show. And when that came up, Portia probably said, oh, you should have K Michelle? But it don't seem like, because what information could he give Portia? He met K on a fucking dating show. So I really need K Michelle to know you are losing a battle. You are losing a battle because you keep trying to win a war that ain't worth fighting for. Even on here, Andy brought up how the whole Oystergate thing, how K Michelle tried to get that whole thing cut from the show.
Like, and this was something you were so sensitive about and you didn't want broadcast, but I felt like by then saying it, you were weirdly the one that brought it on the show.
You want us to remove something that you brought on the show. You brought up Yo Thank Coochie and a lawsuit from 8 years ago. No one else did. You connected an 8-year-old rumor to you and Oysters and Portia. They can't leave it out because you're not beefing with Portia about it. It's in the storyline, so you can't have it removed. To me, K Michelle has been doing damage control ever since production ended. That's why while they were filming, after filming Rap, she kept saying little shit, kept tossing little things out about Drew because she thinks Drew's easy to target. And now she's leaving with Portia. Girl, I just need her to go away. because you're losing. It's a losing battle. Okay. Anyway, y'all, we're done. We are done. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed. We had a 3-hour tour after I was gone for a full week. If stuff happens tomorrow, I will come on and do a live tomorrow at 9:15. Just because I miss y'all and y'all miss me and whatnot. Okay, so we shall. You know what? I will do a Thursday. I will do a live tomorrow. I will. Okay, it may not be a whole bunch of stuff, but it'll be some stuff. Okay, y'all make sure to please like the video, subscribe, hype up the video if you're watching the afterplay and whatnot. Again, I will pop on live tomorrow at 9:15. I will also have a car conversation up tomorrow. I'm going to review. I'm going to comment on Divorced Sisters season finale and the Summer House drama from their part 1 review because I got comments, y'all. So again, live tomorrow at 9:15, but there will also be a car conversation up tomorrow around 3 p.m. and whatnot. Okay. So again, like the video, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Good night. I love y'all. I gotta go. Bye.